It's all about pride and passion today here in Turkey Bowl 2022 here at Gill Stadium. The Memorial Crusaders and the Central Little Green matching up here on Manchester Public Television. My name is Kyle Heavey, coming at you live on this Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's a Thursday morning matinee, or Thursday morning matchup here, and we're happy to be here with you. Along with me, Andrew Arndt. Andrew, how are you doing for this Turkey Bowl day?
I'm great. My first Turkey Bowl on this channel. I'm really happy to do it. It's always a classic. City Rivalry.
Andrew, a Memorial student here, but on the other side of things, we have Michael Gonzalez, who is a Central graduate. So we got a battle of wits over here about which team will do better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to be here too. I hope both teams come out flying. And yeah, I come from Central. You know, a little part of me will root for them, but I'll call it fair. You know.
Oh, the coin toss has been made, and it looks like Memorial will be watching the east side, while Central will be on the west side, and we are ready to get things going. It's going to be a great matchup between these two teams. They obviously got to know each other. These students, obviously, the schools are only a matter of 7 miles apart for the most part, so it's going to be a heck of a matchup, as this is certainly Central in their white jerseys. I kind of like the colors matchup today for all green, or all white and all red.
It's a lot easier to see than some of the last ones we've done. That's for sure.
And we're gonna take a break for the national anthem. That it looks like to be done by Memorial today. So we'll take a quick break here and be right back to let this national anthem be played. Members of the Memorial Crusaders. Great job right there by the band getting us ready for this big matchup, the Turkey Bowl 2022, ready to be played here. And referees, Andrew, I know you just got the information about these referees, and from what I heard, the head referee, his very last game officiating today.
Yeah, we've got head referee Mo Bilodeau, who is refereeing his last game, as well as the line judge Gerard Robichaux, who is also doing his last game. And we have the umpire Greg Surrett, linesman Jerry Villadow, back judge Bert Lawler, and then the side judge is Gary Wright, and of course the scoreboard over there, the great Billy Mizell.
Yeah, I saw him. Always a pleasure to see him. He's been obviously a big part of West football for many, many years, and obviously the field's press box named for in the family. So we're getting ready for the kickoff, and this great weather right now. I mean, you really can't complain for a late Thursday, November morning. And right now we have a temperature of 33 degrees with no wind. So
no wind is the biggest part for sure.
It would definitely be pretty chilly out there with the wind. But right now, getting ready to kick off, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, slip and fall.
It's a live ball.
And now having trouble here, and this could be, finds a lane, makes it up to the 20, and that was a heck of a tackle right there.
That's how you want to start the game if you're Central. You pick up the team right there. And if I'm believing in it, is that number 32 again?
It is.
Big freshman this year, and having a great season. Watch out for him in the future.
Yeah, we certainly have been enjoying Jack Bishop.
He's amazing.
We have been able to see 3 Central games this year, including the last one in Alvern, and glad to get these teams back. Andrew, you kind of did some stats on this team. Both teams came out with the same record this year.
Yeah, 2-6. They both got pretty respectable wins. Memorial knocking off first place at the time, Spalding, and then Central with the thriller against Dover, which we got to call here. That was amazing.
And now QB Gerard, he's going to be wrapped up and brought down.
He's going to be doing a lot of that tonight because excuse me,
this morning. Yeah, it's weird to say.
Used to be day football, but no Martin Alessandro here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, I noticed they're missing a key player on offense. That's a bummer, huh?
Yeah, he got hurt practice a couple days ago. Definitely not what you want to see.
Tilts the Tide Central's way a little bit. But it's all about the line there. And Memorial, on paper, they got the size, but Central knows how to shoot the gaps, and they'll be blitzing all day.
They're going to test their line all day long.
They'll be blitzing all day, and look for number 4 to have a huge game.
Well, a 2nd and 10 here from the 20-yard line, and Memorial looking to pass. You're running out of time, and he's got to get it out of bounds. Smart move right there, just to not lose any yards.
That's harder than it looks, getting that mustard on that ball right there, because it can go very bad if you don't.
That's true. Well, I know that in the booth we're going to have a busy day of revolving microphone in some ways. We had Peter White from the morning show with Peter White up here. We'll get him on the microphone in just a little bit after this drive. And glad to see that the pride of Manchester and is in the booth here. There's a lot of love for the city and down here in the stands as well. The cheerleaders are here, and glad to just see what's going on here.
It's awesome seeing people get behind Manchester. That's what we need. We need our pride in our city,
Absolutely. Well, here we go with a 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line. And let's see if Memorial can get at least some yards on this play.
A little reverse inside.
Handoff, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down.
It's a nice trap right there. Central adjust, I'm sure. And, big man, 32, Jack Bishop, there in the cleanup.
Doing his job and doing it well, and we're looking forward to seeing what he can bring for the next few years for sure.
I hope I don't say his name too much, but I have a feeling I'm gonna.
Hey, it's gonna happen, and look at this. Memorial is gonna go for the 4th and 2 here.
5 wide 2 coming out flying.
Ready to look for the.
Oh, it looks like
they got him. They did.
That's kind of standard procedure, 4th and 1, right, Andrew? You gotta go for that hard count
to jump.
You got nothing to lose, because if you jump, it's still 4th down.
Exactly.
Central's got to get aware of that, though. I mean, I'm sure it's 10 in the morning, though, so it's hard to get your wits.
I look forward to speaking to some of our other guests about how weird this is going to be. The last game was November 4th for both these teams, and now here we are on the 24th. You haven't played in 20 days, and how to keep the passion and the excitement of still wanting to show up to practice and do this.
As a former player, and you got hockey around the corner, it's hard to keep the intensity for 3 weeks. But as you narrow down in that last couple of days, you start to get amped up.
Obviously, a rivalry game right here, so that kind of helps things out. Trying to get to the outside, still, finally gets past some defenders and out of bounds right there. So Memorial starting to put things together here on this drive.
He's going to be doing a lot of the running tonight because, today, still got to get used to that. But Chase Burr is still out with the shoulder injury. He's obviously done for the season at this point. But Seymour and Banker, it'll be a revolving for them too. It'll be mostly them, and then we might see some extra guests in there running back today. That's what I've heard.
Well, the Turkey Bowl is a kind of a showcase game where you see what you got on the slate for next year, too. It's senior day, but you also got to take a look at some people on film,
Certainly a last game to put on these uniforms for many of these players. And look at this, trying to get to the outside. Going to be brought down. A good tackle right there, and now
Central's cornerbacks are they're risky. They'll come up, they'll press you, they'll take risk. If Memorial had D'Alessandro, I bet they wouldn't be doing that. But Memorial needs to take a deep shot to keep them at bay. Otherwise, they're just going to cheat every play. And
they're going to take one soon.
See that happening? I hope so. I heard
it's part of the field.
They've gotten 20 yards so far, and they've had the ball for
far side. They got him isolated.
Going to be another handoff draw, and he's pushing. Looks like he's actually got some help from the Central player who was trying to slow him down, but he was actually pushing him forward, and that'll be good for a first down.
these drives like this, Central came out with that big hit on the kickoff. They look like they had the momentum, but they can roll you to death with these boring yet effective 3-4 yard runs.
Tire the defense out too.
It's paper cut after paper cut. It's working for Memorial right now, and also you got to remember the sun is a huge factor in this game as well, as it's really in the eyes of Central players right now.
Trevor Wong is right up on him on this near side. Memorial's gonna pick up on that.
And now it's going to be deflected and incomplete.
That's a great play. He got his hand up, and
attempted pass was to Eric Seymour out of the backfield. So
it was a smart play though, trying to go to Seymour there.
Yeah, I think it was designed with the option to go deep, but you're not trying to.
Wong had the near side receiver on locks that entire time.
You gotta remember, when you start a game, you have about 10 plays scripted that they usually stick to, but sometimes that goes after about 3.
Well, Connor McFarland, obviously, we know he can scramble pretty well, and all it takes is a wide receiver to get open and look and see if this is what's going to happen. No, it looks like he's going to go exactly to Seymour again, trying to spin it, and he is finally brought down inbounds. And tackle looks like it was made by a number 4, Leighton Sargent.
So you think that this is the time they do a kind of a post pattern, Andrew, like something medium range?
Seymour just came out of the game. I just saw him tap his helmet, and Dan Banker went in for him. So maybe this is when McFarland decides that it's time to throw it.
Well, a 3rd and 8 here, and I think what is this, the 4th third down so far in this early drive here.
It's a big man on the line, huh?
Definitely. They're looking forward to their mashed potatoes later on.
Yeah. A gravy boat.
God, big gravy boat going on, and we'll see who's what. Memorial Crusaders. Into the outside.
Great pickup.
And he's going to throw it, and he's got a receiver open, and another first down Memorial.
It's Ethan Vilgrain there on the far side, right by the Central bench. Great grab, but I know you saw that, Mike. Did you see that block?
That was Daniel Betancourt's play right there. You can give the catch to the receiver on paper, but coaches know that number 4 made that play right there. Unbelievable.
Well, 8:10 remaining in this first quarter.
I love that heart. You can see that little man take on the big guy and get the play extended.
Now at the Central 42-yard line, 1st and 10, and Crusaders in the shotgun formation.
They're backing up a little bit. I think they see it coming.
Well, waiting for the...
They don't want to back up too much.
Right, same old steady.
This is going to be a big loss right there. Big tackle by number 55 of Central, and that will make for a long 2nd down.
Sophomore Remy Content just exploded. He beat him right off the line. You could tell. Quick swing move, and that's what they do at practice. All those boring drills they do, all those slap drills and all that. That's for that. Yeah, that's what it is right there.
A loss of 8 yards on that play, and now a 2nd and 18 from the 49-yard line. And it's going to be interesting to see what we can do here. I know it's a lot of airflow.
This is where you wish you had Alessandro. Because you just air it right down to him on either side, and he'd beat open.
Oh, here we go, trying to get to the outside, and just...
Wow.
Tipped, and it is intercepted by Central at the 30-yard line. Tip drill went to perfection there for the Little Green, and they will take the ball over.
Got tipped twice.
Tip drill's a big one in practice, and it paid off.
Unbelievable what we were able to see, and now Central has got to be happy here to see them get the ball. But a good drive by Memorial. They know what they got to do differently here. And Michael, I know you're going to take a quick break. We got Peter White from the morning show with Peter White in the booth here with us, and
we're going to be rotating. It's a city championship.
You got to appreciate all the different personalities of the city. So good morning to Peter. I know this. You're used to being getting off the radio at this point, but here you are with us in the booth talking some football. I know you're getting the headset on.
All right.
There we go. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
I don't know if you're used to being like kind of a guest. Someone in the. I listened to your replay of the morning show this morning on my way to get ready for this game.
I was in the old Thanksgiving episode
Yep.
with Moose. But, hey, this is what today is all about, this turkey ball. And I wanted to come down and see this historic rivalry between these two teams. And I know you guys have to all be careful here, but I don't. I am a graduate of Central, class of 1988. Big shout out to them. And I'm afraid they're going to punish this team as usual. So that's my prediction. I love the Crusaders here, but in this one I'm gonna call Central.
Well, that's why it's kind of fun in this booth to have very different flavors of this rivalry here. And obviously, Peter, they've owned this Turkey Bowl trophy for basically all of 2 years since they started putting this together.
Yeah.
So,
do we know actually what number Turkey Bowl this is?
I saw the trophy. I took a picture of it off the top of my head.
I want to say West won the first one in 2007.
That's correct. So, and they didn't have it obviously 1 year due to COVID.
20.
But
Okay, but I mean this was going on back when I was in school too. This city
the
rivalry.
trophy itself, yeah. But
Okay, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Trophy said 2007 for West, and I know the trophy said Central's got it in the last 5 years too.
Okay.
Since 2015.
This is great though. I've never been up here. I think this is Kyle, you look great today, by the way.
Thank you very much.
And so does everybody else. But I mean, wow. I mean, this is really great. I mean, you can see you're right here. You can see right out there center field. You can see everything here in the city. I mean, you can see Central right over there, a few blocks away.
It's actually as I zoom in at the building, you certainly can see McAllister Hall right there.
Right, and if you look right in the backdrop of it, it's the classical building.
So but Memorial on the other hand up the hill, but
Yeah, it's on the other side of us, so we can't show that.
can't really zoom up to that. But Central getting stuffed right there on a 3rd and 7, and now Memorial feeling the love right here, looking to get that ball back. But as we saw from Memorial, they went for it on 4th down. We'll see what Central does here.
Yes, Memorial actually for the city teams here had the best record, correct?
Yes, they both are tied.
Okay, all right.
2-6 each of them.
You know, when all joking aside, it's a great rivalry between these two teams, and it always has been going back into the 1960s, the 70s, the 80s. I mean, going back as you know.
I mean, the teams of Memorial in the 60s and 70s were pretty dominant for sure.
That's right.
6 state championships from 62 to 73.
Yeah, that's pretty tough to do right there.
I was in their gym recently for an event, and I had to sit there, so it was interesting to look up at their banners throughout all the years. I like doing that when you go to different schools.
4th and 3, and it's going to be complete, and that will be a 1st down for Central.
Kind of been a little bit though. 2013 was our last one as a hockey state championship.
Well, at least you guys, you know what my best team was for my high school years? Cheerleading. Yeah,
Okay.
so there you go. it still works, but
I'm going to go out there and I'm going to say that is a sport.
it is, absolutely. It takes a lot of teamwork and
Anyone
and
that says
endurance.
it isn't, you know.
I definitely would not be able to do those dance moves and get
No,
either
God,
way.
no.
No, they work hard. They really do work hard.
Nice catch right here.
Great
Look
catch
at
and-
this. Drop down, and that will go for another 1st down for Central. And I believe that was to Owen Kelly on that one.
We got a flag there too, right?
There is I'm going to guess it's going to be a holding call because it is on the area of, that's personal foul against Memorial, so that'll tack on more yards. So Central really happy after getting that tip interception, and they are driving pretty well here with 3:52 remaining in this first quarter. Peter, I mean, I was supposed to be on your show on Tuesday with Gonzo to talk about this game. Unfortunately, I was not able to, but obviously there's a lot of pride in this. There's a lot of green. There's a lot of red down there in the stands.
There really is. Even to the people that don't make it over from Sweeney Post over there across the street.
I noticed that the Sweeney Post parking lot is pretty hopping. It's
Right.
There's a lot of vehicles across the street.
They're watching too, so give them, a shout out to them.
Hello to all the members of Sweeney Post, and thank you for what you do. I'm sure that there's a few mimosas being served this morning.
Yeah, it's all right though. It's Thanksgiving,
And
everybody.
a whistle
That's
is
going to be encroachment.
And now Memorial really has to figure things out. They are struggling pretty hard after that interception and personal fouls. I know to our left we got the assistant coaches, so they can definitely see from our vantage point what's going right and what's going wrong. And right now they got to certainly figure things out because now it's going to be a 1st and 5. Very easy for Central to get this.
Giving them a lot of yards unneeded, too, especially with that catch and run and then the personal foul right after it.
Giving them 20 extra yards, which is just huge for any football team. I know any coach would probably love to be just given yards. While on the other side, they would very angry with what their defense is doing. But here we go. 1st and 5, and he's going to throw it up, and it's going to go incomplete. Attempted there to Owen Kelly.
How much pressure do you think are on both these teams today? Just because of the rivalry?
I think that, certainly for these seniors, you want to be able to go out in your very last game, rivalry game, with the victory. And, you don't want to, looking at Memorial, they obviously are the underdogs. They want to get this trophy back. They've only had it once in the past, 15 years. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Memorial for sure. Central, they know what they do. Every year it seems like they have Memorial's number. So
with the new divisions, these teams didn't play during the regular season for the first time in a long time.
Little screen pass, caught. It makes some moves, and he's going to be dropped down right at the 15-yard line.
It's even more special in that way because this is the first time these two teams are meeting. And, sometimes, like if Memorial won the first one, Central want to even it up, but not in this case. Whoever wins this is going to get the only one of the year, and that's pride.
Well, a whistle called. It was a 1st down, but now the referees are getting together, and we'll see what the signal is for this play. It looks like it's pointing at Memorial.
We got a good crowd down here also today at Gill Stadium. On the way up, I mean, it's pretty packed down there.
I certainly was shocked to see the parking lots, from both the Sweeney Post, over by JFK, across the street to the bowling alley. People are out and about and thankful for this warmer weather.
No kidding.
I know that the 2018 game was absolutely frigid. We had a crazy snow squall that had come in probably about a half hour before the game, and that wind was howling. It was not a nice night, and they had moved it up because it was going to be even colder the next day. So. Glad to have some
looks like this on Central, by the way.
That was a pass interference was the call on Central. So that ball will go back, and never like to see an ambulance go by. Hopefully everyone's all right with their turkey.
Here you go.
Turkey fires are a dangerous thing this time of year.
Yeah. Okay. Do you fry a turkey?
I fried a turkey, and boy, that was I definitely was scared for my life in some ways, but I was able to do it, and here we go with a 2nd and 15 pass play going deep.
Oh,
got to be caught. Did he get inbounds? And that will go for a 1st down for Central. And Owen Kelly is feeling it right now. You can see that he's definitely got a height advantage on his defender, and he's certainly got some skills as well.
That was a skilled play. The toe tap. One of the hardest plays to make in football, right on that line. You're not really even looking at the line. You're just hoping to catch that ball, but that was a great throw, and an even better catch by Kelly.
Well, obviously, Peter, you're going to be happy with that, seeing your...
Yeah, well, I mean, I tried not to get too excited. I held myself back. That was a nice play.
That was a great play, and hopefully we can see
it's up to the Crusaders defense now to come through and...
Well, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line, and two players in the backfield. And now we have a whistle. It would have possibly gone in for the touchdown, too. So that's a big loss if this is offsides.
Thought I saw somebody on Central move early.
Well, back and forth they go with the penalties. Just kind of a tough spot. 2:24 remaining in this 1st quarter. And, yes, that was a 5-yard loss for Central. So that would make it a 1st and goal now from the 11.
When I went to my senior year Turkey Bowl, it was snowing out. We were having one of those blizzard Thanksgiving, blizzards.
I got to give the Manchester Milliard Museum credit. They have some great pictures of past Turkey Bowls, and some of the snow conditions looked miserable, but at the same time, for the fans, it was fun. And tackle right there, going to be for a 2-yard gain. You guys have, global warming is a real thing, I guess, in some ways. There used to be snow piles galore.
Oh, yeah.
And this is before there was turf, so it was even a rock-hard field at that point.
Oh. Yeah, I think we played West. I think in 1988, if I'm not mistaken. And won, of course.
And won. This is your day, Central, and right now... second and goal from the 9-yard line, and trying to get on the board first.
This is where Memorial's defense is strongest, though. Inside the 20. They've been pretty good inside there all this year.
Oh, they've been, but let's see if they break. Pass up there, deflected and incomplete. Wow,
the freshman Lucas Brown.
Great job by Lucas to
getting up there.
I am very impressed to be able to stop that, because that was a great pass, and unfortunately, defense came in and again just not breaking so far for Crusaders, and now a 3rd and 9 with a $1:30 remaining in this quarter.
I thought as soon as Salvi let go of that ball that was going to be a perfect touchdown. It had a nice tight spiral, but Lucas Brown got up there and knocked it away. What a great play.
I will say it is very odd, Andrew, you can attest to this, that the Little Green are on the other side of the field.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just definitely not used to. I don't know if they just chose that for the sun or what exactly is happening, but it's weird to have Memorial on the near side of us.
Definitely threw me off at the beginning of this game.
Well, quarterback gonna hold the ball, makes a move, try to get to the end zone, and he goes in. Central takes a 6-0 lead on a QB draw, I guess. Caden Salvi able to get in, and a 9-yard run puts the Little Green on the board first. Impressive to see. I mean, I thought he was going to be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, and instead he was able to make some moves and get in that end zone.
That was great. I got to give him credit for that. He drew all the Memorial defenders coming at him at the same direction, and with one move, he got to the outside and got to the end zone pretty easily.
Well, I believe he's holding the extra point attempt as well, so let's see if he can be a part of all 7 points in some way or another. Snap, ball's up, and through the uprights, heading towards Sweeney Post.
Right
out of that. Impressive to see. I mean, the fan over here, Gill, going to get the ball.
Nice.
I can't say I've seen that happen too many times. Yeah, look, it hit Sweeney Post. Impressive kick right there. Hopefully that fan can get some sort of prize for getting that ball. But $1:27 remaining in this first quarter, and Central off the interception gets the touchdown and leads it 7-0.
I don't know if you mentioned this yet, but we should mention our thoughts and prayers are with the family of Mayor Raymond Wyzorek, who we lost yesterday morning. Mayor in the 1990s. His friends known him as the Wiz. So our thoughts and prayers are with you. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving today.
Yeah, it's certainly not an easy time to lose a loved one, or a holiday where you're supposed to get together. And I know that he was still doing his thing as of last week, 93 years old, and was still getting out and about. And just an unfortunate loss. Surprised to see that yesterday morning. As the announcement came out just after your show had ended, from what couldn't even had you put that in the show at all, and unfortunately, a big loss. I know that he was a great mayor.
4-time, 5. He was almost the entire 90s, I believe, right before.
Memorial having some tough issues with the ball again, but now getting something going, able to get out of bounds at the 34-yard line, and. Did I see a flag, or is that just shoes?
That was the marker.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, there was something there for sure. But
been fooled plenty of times by that this season.
Hey, we're just hoping that you can figure out the math today for first downs. You know, I know that's your kryptonite is math. And you're no Superman when it comes to that. So we'll do what we can to keep you going. But now Memorial gets the ball for the second time. And they got pretty good field position at this time, so let's see if they can avoid the interception or fumbles and get into the end zone itself. Now, Peter, you got any classmates down there that you've been able to run it? I know you came up here to the booth.
I came up, I looked in the thing, and then I just came up the stairs. I looked out into but I didn't.
Obviously, it's much nicer being in a warm booth than the cold stands.
Great up here. Like I said, I've never been up here. You got this great view, not only of the field but the entire north side of the city.
I've gotten to enjoy some really pretty sunsets during baseball season for sure up here, and even some soccer games as well. But football played at night, so those kind of tough sometimes for deciding which games to do. But this should be the last play of the quarter here. We'll see what Memorial can do with a 2nd and 9. Shotgun. He's gonna go outside. Looks for the receiver. It makes the completion, and he is dropped right at the 50-yard line, and that will be a first down. The clock will stop to let the chain gang move do their thing.
That's Bill Grain again.
He's certainly adding to the list right now of possible players for the Kyle Pie today. Player of the game will get this beautiful table talk apple pie.
That is nice.
Look at that. Yeah, look at this. It's going to be certainly a cherished thing.
Well, Volgrain's taking the spot of Alessandro. He's definitely McFarland's prime target. He's playing with him for a few years. I mean, ever since they came up, they're in the same grade, and he's behind Alessandro. He's definitely probably the best receiver on this team, and he's at least wide receiver 1 for today without Alessandro on the field.
Well, that'll do it for the first 12 minutes of the game with Central leading at 7-0. And obviously, both coaches got to be able to be happy with what they've been able to see. Memorial obviously wish that they didn't have that interception, but they've been able to at least have some great plays to be able to get the ball moving downfield. But now Central has got to have it easier. They didn't know that they just got to run, and kill this clock to be able to win this game. But at the same time, these guys have been practicing for 3 weeks. They obviously have to have some trick plays. They want to get some players some love that haven't missed a practice or something like that.
Get all those seniors in there for sure, at least.
Yeah, you got to make sure even some that maybe just came back from an injury or something.
They all went out at midfield for the coin toss, along with Adam and Eric, the 2 Memorial captains. All the Memorial seniors went out there.
Nice, that's great.
Their last time putting on this uniform.
Well, what's great about this is because the last completion was at the 50-yard line, they didn't really have to move that far.
That's always the best.
That's kind of nice that I don't even have to move the camera from left to right. So now Memorial in their all red will be going left to right across your screen. Central in their white will try to defend, and we'll see what we can do with a 2nd and 9 for the Crusaders. Snap goes. Cute draw
by McFarland. Look at him.
Look at that. Oh, in a personal foul.
That's going to be,
So look at the excitement there from McFarland. He can see the love that he's got for his team and pride for Memorial right there.
That'll add on. So that's going to be an even longer play because I'm 90% sure that's on Central.
It was definitely a late tackle out of bounds, and it's going to be a face mask on Central. So either way, it's going to be a first down for Memorial and a lot more. I mean, he was tackled right about the 36-yard line, so if you had another 15 from there,
you do the math.
You should get the ball at right about the 21-yard line.
Wow.
So
here comes Memorial.
Oh, they're only going to tackle on a 5-yard. Apparently it wasn't a major face mask. It was just a soft face mask, I guess.
Wow. Still a 20-yard drive. Play,
yeah. They're driving. They're doing their thing. And the band starts playing up. Quick Notre Dame love. And see if it's a QB draw. He's going to hand off. And he's going
I knew from the start that wasn't going to work out.
You could just see that he was hesitant to do that, to give him the ball. And look, he's got his arms out there like, you called that?
It seems like that was a bit of a waste of a play in some kind of ways because he held on to it to try to see if he was going to pull it out and do the option, but just Central had him covered all day long, and that was just bound to be a loss.
So, Peter, what's the plan for the day? You doing you cooking the turkey?
No. That's I left right before all that kind of prep started happening. So I said I had to go to work, which I really didn't. It's not really work for me. This is just coming by to say hi to you guys. But that's what I did say that.
Well, we certainly do appreciate you coming up here in the booth, and obviously you're giving some luck to Central. As soon as you put on the microphone, they went down and scored a touchdown.
Well,
so
there you have it. I know, huh?
We're gonna get a little break here from you. We'll have you stay in the box here and enjoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go mingle down. I'm gonna go mingle outside.
We got Coach Tom Bazoin here, formerly of West High School. He's up here in the booth. Give him some love too, as he had big news as of Tuesday. So we'll say, Peter, so long for now. It's been a pleasure to be up here.
By the way,
thank you.
Before you guys do such a great job up here. I'm serious. I mean, this is Can't get better than Kyle
you.
Heavey. Now, what's your name again?
Andrew.
Andrew. Impressive stuff. Thank you for having me. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there, and go Central.
Oh, there it is. I appreciate the love, and we'll
if I don't, lose my way here.
well, it's just I wish the elevator worked, but it doesn't. So thank you for taking the stairway to heaven here, high above Gill Stadium. So thank you very much, Peter, and absolutely come back whenever you need to, finish mingling. But Coach Mazoin, obviously, kind of interested in playing in this year? Was the offer on the table, or was the plan here?
No, we pulled out a couple years ago. This is the right thing right here. The rivalry between these two teams. The city has changed, as I told a lot of people, and West is a Division II team. We did play in a couple of years, as you mentioned the Snow Bowl there.
2018,
it was a good time. But this is the right thing to do, I believe, especially now where they don't play during the season. I just wanted to check in because, the article looked like my obituary in the paper yesterday. So I just want to check in. I am not done coaching. I'm going to retire from my city job pretty soon. So I thought the time was right to hand over the reins over there.
I know. You were nice enough to give me a heads up on Monday, and I was just you said it, and I just didn't believe it. But season, you had some tough injuries. There's certainly some players that would have been a huge part of your game plan.
Yeah, we lost Edwin Rodriguez early.
That's the big one.
That kid is the fastest kid in the city in our division, without question. In the preseason, my eyes were lighting up. And, then JoJo went down for 4 games. And we just had a lot of key injuries. No excuses, though. We should have won a couple of more, but it's not about that. We won 3, should have won probably 5, but it's about the relationships that we made while I was over there, and I really appreciate everybody reaching out the last couple of days. It's.
But again, your pulse is still going. Your blood's pumping through your body. Life is good for you.
So it almost made it look like I'm retiring from coaching, but the way we wrote it up. But I'm retiring from my real job, and I don't know where that's going to bring me as far as being able to be a head football coach. I put everything into it. And
4th and 8 here from Memorial, throwing it down deep. Incomplete, and Central will take the ball over. A little bit of trash talking going on, and great pass, just didn't work for a completion, and it'll be another turnover on downs for Memorial. And Coach, what are you seeing from these two teams so far?
It looks like Central's bend don't break type situation, right? Memorial got a couple of small little drives going, and then stopped them when they could, Central with that one drive right down the field, they're going to keep going to Owen Kelly in key situations. In my opinion, he's the best player on the field today. He's a tough kid, man. He knows the game.
Multiple sport athlete, too. Good hockey player. Just got into lacrosse, too, last season. Picked that up pretty easily, too.
He comes from, he's bred well, as they say. Those Kellys are tough.
Great family. It's I've gotten to know them over the past couple of years, and we'll have Aiden here for the second half. We'll see how his college career started off at Colby this year. And
looking forward to hearing from him.
It's great to see these kids going off and playing at the next level, no matter what school they go to. We were fortunate enough to have a few over the last 5-6 years that I was at West, and so it's nice to follow them after and help them out to try to get to the next level. And I'm going to continue to do that until the next coach takes over.
Well, we'll see who that might be for West High School, but a 2nd and 7 here for the Little Green. Going to be a handoff. Look at the speed on this, trying to make a move. Just going to be wrapped up by a lot of defensive linemen right there from Memorial.
I noticed Memorial on offense is in shotgun, and at the beginning of the year, they were under center a lot, and so I didn't obviously get to see them during the year because we're doing our own thing, But, they come out in shotgun today. And you guys notice a change during the year? Or?
The last couple of weeks, they started to go more shotgun.
Oh, okay.
Just try to, switch things up. I mean, they were out of the playoffs, really.
Right.
Up until...
Tough start of the season for Central, for sure. And,
Well, if you look at the scores, Memorial, they were in just about every single game. They lost a couple
two overtime
games, a couple tight scores.
They were in the game with Exeter too.
Their wins were, if I was coaching that team, I probably would have no hair left because
by a point.
Those tight games, it's hard. I'm still trying to get my voice back from the season. My voice is pretty gone from this year.
Now, is there ever a time when you actually talk to Coach Sturgis or Coach Ray about things?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay, that's why I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think the rivalry is that much that there's hate. It's not like in Ohio State or Michigan.
No. Maybe it was like that in the old days, but now, we do 7-on-7s in the preseason together, and Rob's a great guy, Ryan's a great guy. We chat a lot about different things. Obviously every coach has a different philosophy on the way they do things. I'm a lot different than probably the both of them, but yeah, definitely. And to answer your question, Kyle, what reason why Central's on the other side is it's a rotating home situation.
Okay.
At home. So at Thanksgiving Day, if you have a home team, you got to take care of the concessions and all that stuff. It was very difficult.
Okay, thank you for this.
Yeah, it's very difficult when you're at West High School because, my wife ended up doing it, and all her friends and cousins and everything like that. It's tough to get people to, you don't want to ask the parents because they want to see their kids play, especially seniors. It's their last day playing, so it's very, very hard unless you have a booster club to pull off. So,
4th and 1 here for Central as Chain Gang has come off the field. Perfect job right there.
As Dan Banker.
And Memorial did the same thing earlier, right? 4th and short, and they got Central to jump. So, it's like, I don't care how much you scream out to the kids. Don't jump, watch the ball.
It's always going to be somebody.
You hear that voice and you hear that cadence, and the adrenaline just takes you across the line of scrimmage. It just kills you as a coach, though.
Now, how much time do you spend on that at practice?
It's hard to spend time on that particular situation, in D-line, and we call it indies and individuals, they'll work on that kind of thing with the defensive linemen. Not going on the count, on the quarterback's cadence and going on the movement of the football. We have actually little footballs on a stick. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. Where you just move the football, and that's when they start the drill that they're in. So that's the way you work on it. But, that was an outside guy. That was a cornerback. They're not down there with the D-line. They're working on that drill.
He's trying to hit that sack.
Yeah.
Passing complete to Micah Hoffman on that play, so it'll be a 2nd and 10, 7:37 remaining in this first half here, with Central looking to add to their lead here. And you got to, say that Memorial, both their drives were pretty long. They were able to get into Central territory, but just lack of execution when you get to, closer to the zone. Pass here,
dangerous,
incomplete. Great job on defense. I saw number 14, Ethan Vilgrain, doing it on both sides of the field today, Andrew.
He's getting up there for our, what'd you call that? The Kyle Pie. Player of the game here for Turkey Bowl.
I figured why not do something for the player of the game here. So, something unique and special.
Is that thing from the 1980s, Kyle? I haven't seen a tabletop pie in a long time. I didn't even know they existed anymore.
It expires December 4th at 9:28 p.m. So it's hopefully they have time to enjoy this little
microwave, little ice cream, and good to go, right?
Exactly. That's get some love up here from Manchester Public Television to make sure that these players are appreciated for what they're able to do. But now a 3rd and 10 from the 44-yard line. It looks like it's going to be a screen, but he's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a stop. Big loss right there, and now a 4th down and a long 4th down, and it should be having the punt team out there, and Memorial will
that
try.
Play was scouted well. I mean, you can tell that they worked on that. And what when you see the quarterback diving back 8-9 yards. You know, you got to feel like it's a screen, and Central Memorial must have worked on that defensively this week. So, you know, it's kind of in between the 30s so far, right? Except for that one score, they're kind of going back and forth. So,
I mean, they
I think it's gonna be a tight one all the way here.
I'm feeling the same. Punt is up in the air, handled. Oh,
boy.
Loses it. This is the third time we've seen this on different punts.
Yeah, they're gonna give it to him.
And
I thought that might have been.
Yeah, that was definitely it.
Yeah.
It was more of a hold than a block in the back. Unlike at the Patriots game last week, this guy caught the block in the back on the return.
Yeah, I caught the same thing last week.
I was screaming at the TV because, you know, you tell your kids if the person on that scenario, you know, the kid's just trying to make a block to spring the play. That's not a bad penalty. But when the player's out in front going to score, you don't want to touch anybody. You know?
You're really trying to not get his teammate killed there because he had to turn his back to grab the ball. He's no idea who's coming at him, so you kind of have to make that play just so he doesn't get killed.
I think did they call it a hold?
They're calling it a holding.
Yeah.
So blocking it back, right? And I want to shout out to Mo Billino down there. We actually were lucky enough to have him once this year, and he was on my sideline. And he's been doing this for so long. And, you know, he's just a character and a half. He is so fun to have on the field. And, you know, yeah, he says he's giving it up, and this is his last game, but, you know, I don't believe it. He's said it a few times, and he always pops back up. But God bless him.
Well, if he wants to keep coming back to the Turkey Bowl, obviously he's more than welcome for sure. As referees have to be out here as well. You know, it isn't like they have families to be with as well. It looks like a QB draw, and he's going to be wrapped up. So able to get some yards. Be a second and about 5 now, I would say.
Andrew, you can see like the rhythm coming back now. It's like, so you guys were talking about, you know, what it's like to go those 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And, you know, I felt like the biggest thing was, you know, getting rhythm on offense, you know, as far as even the coaches, you know, the play calling and getting the feel of the game again. And that kind of takes a little while. You can do it all you want in practice. It doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah, especially being in game for the first time. You know, this is their 3rd or 4th drive. They're starting to figure their offense out now. They really know what they're doing.
Another QB draw.
Especially with these draws.
And he fumbles it, able to land on it.
He pushed him right back onto it, though.
That was a very lucky.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
My goodness.
Got the bounce there.
Yeah, push McFarland right back onto that.
Of all the directions you could have picked him to go, you know, obviously you got some size and strength, but now it'll be 3rd and 1, and Memorial certainly lucky. That would have been their 3rd different.
That would have been bad.
The ball. We got to give the cheerleaders some love. They're finally figuring out that they can be.
Both squads are here.
Both squads on left and right of us, and able to get in the sun now, as the Memorial cheerleaders did not have the sunlight for a little bit here, but the sun's still rising here as it's now 10:45 in the morning.
Yeah, the weather's not bad. I mean, I didn't get so lucky a couple times we played. It was freezing, snowing, you know.
That 2018 game, Buzz, I will say, I just couldn't. I just remember, like, I wanted to get. This is when Baked was open. Yeah. And I stopped in at Baked to get a soup, and next thing you know, I'm looking out the window like, are you kidding me right now? The snow squall is... Yeah. You could barely see the lines. It's definitely a game that I'm glad to still have in the archives at Manchester Public Television.
Yeah.
To look at.
They hemmed and hawed about moving that game because the Thanksgiving Day was going to be record lows and 50-mile-an-hour winds. So they ended up moving it, and I remember... the grounds guy, you know, as I worked for the city, so I was able to come in the day before, and he cleaned the field up. There was snowbanks all over the field. The field was all good, and then we get a squall right before the game. Like, we were still in the locker room. I come out, and you couldn't see the lines. It ended up being a fun time, though.
Big tackle there.
Yeah.
Pass big 74. Kari Whitehead.
Betancourt with the reception, but my goodness,
Whitehead came flying from that line of scrimmage.
It was good for a 5-yard gain, but he's going to feel that later on for sure. I mean, I have a bruise on my shoulder from running into a street pole in New York City last week. He's going to be feeling from that tackle.
Hurts a little more when you get older, Kyle.
That street pole came out of nowhere. I'm looking at the skyscraper walking, and all of a sudden, pole came out of nowhere. I wish I could blame too much chocolate milk or something like that, but no, it was just my own stupidity of looking at skyscrapers.
You're still a young guy. It'll go away soon. I was dumb enough to get involved in a couple of drills at practice this year, and each time I do it, I come limping away for 3 weeks. Kids stepping on my feet and everything else.
Now, do you have some of your players down below? I know you've been up here for a little bit.
Yeah,
any of your players here?
I came directly up. I'm sure there's a bunch down there. I'm going to go down for the second half and walk around and check everybody out. I'm sure definitely some of my guys are here. Yeah, we had kind of an old school group of kids this year that just love to be around football,
Wow, look at this. Run by McFarland. He's got 2 midfield crosses, and he steps out of bounds, but that was a gain of 30 yards right there. And now, look at it. He's pumping the crowd up.
Put Ethan Holmes on ice skates over there, right in front of his own bench.
This field is tough, but great play right there for Memorial. And for the third time, they get into Central territory. Now it's just a matter of can they get into that end zone.
Now this is the test, is that they really haven't been able to get decently close to the end zone. And now with 2:48 to go in the half, you got to try everything to get it down there.
Well, they do have two touchdowns remaining, so they're still, and clock stops at each first down. Encroachment they didn't call it.
Wow! Everybody's on the sideline.
You can move all you want. He didn't cross the line of scrimmage. I'm standing right here. So.
We'll use a timeout on that call, and just a disappointment for the Crusader side. And you can hear it out of Andrew's voice.
Did he really not move?
You can move. You just can't. You can't. You can't cross the line of scrimmage. And I'm right here. So they did move and get up, but they didn't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there goes one of those timeouts. So 2:48 remaining for Memorial, looking to tie up this game and go into the halftime with it even at 7. But that's
that's exactly what you didn't want at this point, is having to use that timeout. I think the players thought that they were going to call it, and they just waited.
Yeah.
Well, and then no flag came.
Sometimes, Andrew, it's a freeze play where you're not even running a play. And even on first down, you can do that. Usually you do that on fourth down and short.
And they try to get him to jump,
that's what that was. And then, they saw the back judge with the...
Shout out to the water boy. He looks like he's going to be a future Crusader for sure.
I'm kind of impressed by McFarland. I haven't been able to see these guys besides watching you guys' replays.
He's been great this year.
But, he's not a big kid, and he has command of the offense.
He's not afraid to run or throw it, which is definitely... His vision, is the best part of his game, easily.
Well, he's ranging out. Look at this pass.
He's not going.
And it's going to be down at about the 32-yard line. Owen Kelly, the defender. But look at Memorial. They're definitely getting their groove for sure, as you were saying, Buzz.
Yeah, they're running a lot of roll-out, waggle-type plays where everybody's crossing the field. And you get 3 levels of receivers. So he's able to take a look. And it's kind of a run-pass option for the quarterback. Central's done a good job of stopping him from running, but all it takes is to dump it down there.
All it takes is a receiver to get open and make the play. And now looking, he's got a lot of time. Now he's going to go. It looks like he's going to slide and be about a gain of about 2 yards. Kind of had to run probably about 20 yards for those 2 yards, but at the same time, keeps a good job of Central on coverage there. The Memorial guys couldn't get open.
He was looking to get out of bounds there, too.
Smart move of not throwing that because Central had everybody locked down on them.
Well, they're minute 50 remaining, and Memorial got to get things going a little bit if they want to get into this end zone. 32 yards away. Looking, avoids the sack. He's going to...
Here he goes again.
But he's going to be brought down inbounds. Great job by the Central player to get them tackled. And the jersey's a little bit tough.
Yeah, that's the only thing about these jerseys is it looks nice for colors, but the silver numbers in the white jerseys definitely
number 30,
don't help.
Caden Preston.
Number 30, yeah.
Caden Preston.
It is really tough, especially the angle,
And the sun, too.
Yeah, seeing those gray numbers. You like the unis, like you said, but
Yeah.
I know that the lacrosse team a couple years ago, I kind of had the same issue with the jersey numbers being tough to read. But here we go. 1 minute remaining. Gets rid of the ball, but this is up in the air.
And
it's going to be
intercepted
again. And Central will take the lead and more. I don't know if that was deflected or if he just kind of lollipopped it, but Caden Preston with the interception after that tackle to play before.
Yeah, and that comes with the rollout there. And a lot of times you'll pull a couple guards to come and be a personal protector. But it seems like Central has been able to get good penetration on the rollout play, and they really got penetration.
There's great pressure, though, by Ethan Seneska.
Right. That's what
to make him throw that.
Number 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he made the play for sure.
Well, we do have an injury here as the players have gone down to one knee. So hopefully...
He took a good tag right there. He probably just got his wind knocked out of him. Yeah, he kind of opened his body up to make that throw. So, when you're rolling out like that and you step back and you try and then you get a kid right in your face.
That's what happened in the Keene game, too. He opened up the throw off his backside and he threw a pick six one time, then a pick the second time because you really have no idea what's coming as soon as you turn your back.
Right.
Oh, tough spot to be in. No one likes to, I got the wind knocked out. Many times in my football career as I was not a big kid, so I definitely know how that feeling is.
It sucks. I fell off a small house one time. It's the first time.
House?
Yeah. Oh yeah. First time I ever got the wind knocked out of me. I was about 6 years old. I fell off of a small house, and it definitely scared me.
Definitely, Andrew makes me question your parents.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you doing on this house?
But, maybe they just get distracted or something. Or,
I was being dumb.
Was it a playground house?
Yeah.
Okay,
it was at a playground.
A tiny house.
No, not a real living house.
A real house. I'm like, you just fell 8 feet? Jeez.
No, not that much. It was 4, but yeah.
I'm glad your parents are doing a great job with raising you as a catch brought out of bounds. It's going to be short of a first down, but with 50 seconds to go and 3 timeouts, certainly they're going to be using the sidelines as much as they can, but they obviously, if they have to go, gain some yards inbounds, they have timeouts available.
And that was Memorial's mistake on last drives. They didn't use the sidelines enough. He tried to run it, but he's going to have extra protectors at the sideline, especially if McFarland's going to run the entire time.
I just think the DBs, watching the game before I came on here, the DBs from Central are locking down the Memorial guys. So Connor's having a tough time getting guys open. That's why you see him scrambling and running a lot. Good defensive game plan by Central, and there's a timeout by...
And Central's going to use a timeout.
I don't think, if I know Coach Ray, I don't think he's too worried about going down and scoring right here. He's probably going to
keep the ball away.
He's going to keep it simple, and then if you break one, then okay, all right, now let's take a look. If you're at the 40-yard line, the team's 40-yard line, 50 seconds left, you're up 7-0. You're just thinking of keeping it safe. You don't want anything dumb. You don't want to throw a pick six here or anything like that, because it's all about thinking, glass half empty, right? So. I don't want to throw an interception, and you do that, and the momentum is totally changed at halftime. So if you keep the ball, even if they don't do anything with it here, I think Central still has the momentum going.
They get it back at the half, too.
And that's another factor for sure. That's a good point, Andrew. So
we'll see what we can do after this timeout to make things work for Central. Obviously, their kicker has some length as he was able to hit it onto Maple Street. So give him at least 20 yards, and he might be able to get something going. Man in motion right there, and shotgun quick throw, and incomplete.
See, just keeping it safe. And it looks like Parks and Rec took the nets down a little early this year.
That's not what you can do right there. The
net is up. The kid kicked it over the net.
I can't tell from here.
Yeah, it is up. I kind of got an angle. I think the kid kicked it over.
There's a net. Small children are playing with the nets to throw it into.
Oh, yeah, so. Now I see it.
Well, now.
So, Kyle, before you took a shot of the Sweeney parking lot, I don't know if some of the the guys appreciate that because they probably tell their wife to come into the game and they're all.
The Zoom can't go into the license plate, so you're innocent until proven guilty. Okay?
That's true. They can just tell their wife, "Hey, I just parked over there,"
Yeah, I was at the game, honey. Rolling out.
Oh, big sack.
It looked like he tried to throw it into the ground to be incomplete, but does not work. And look at the celebration right there.
That's a senior, Matt Hodgkins.
Memorial should call a timeout. I don't know why they got. And now he is, but there was like 15 seconds went off the clock. I mean, you're going to have 4th and long here. They should have called it right as soon as the play got done. In that instance, you tell the official before the play. If we get a negative play, I want a timeout right after the play is done.
Well,
so you just lost 15 seconds right there.
30 seconds still remaining in this first half, but now it's going to be a 4th and 15.
Do you see how hyped up Matt Hodgkins was after that sack?
I made sure to zoom in on that celebration. He definitely was flexing like he was a bodybuilder.
Yeah, this is the last game for him and really all these guys who came up from the same even Pee Wee football team, Manchester South Sabres. I mean, him, Josh Johannet, Adam Jocks, Dan Banker been playing football together since they were 7, 8 years old. So to finish that as a high school senior is pretty special.
Up in the air, and Memorial will get this ball in great field position.
Dangerous to try to catch that, though.
Well, he was able to at least save it from going anywhere. And now with 23 seconds to go, let's see if McFarland can make some magic happen. If he's able to come back out.
In a normal situation, Andrew, yeah, definitely dangerous. You don't want to go near that ball. But
if he muffs that, Central's right there to cover it.
But in there, that happens to be a really good play because if you just let that fall and roll, you're taking 5, 6, 7 more seconds off the clock. So if you can make a nice play right there, some of these kids are athletic. I tell my guys, the old poison call, stay away from the ball. But I want them to try to field the football, and make a play. That's why you have your better players back there, right?
Yeah, even for some, especially the punt returns, it's just about fielding it.
Right.
I mean, if it takes a bad bounce, don't even bother running it. Just jump on it, make sure
so you probably save some time and some yards.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
This is a legal play, FYI. It's normally a run on a 2-point conversion.
What's happening here? A run play, but he's able to gain some yards, get the first down, and a gain of roughly about 15, and the clock will stop.
Flag right by the 50, though.
And
as soon as that ball got snapped, the flag came out.
The guys that were supposed to be on the line of scrimmage, I don't think were. I don't think he had enough on the line. I think it was just too.
We'll see what the referees say here is kind of a wild play, but and we do have a player down for Central as well, so a tough spot to be in. The trainer is going to come out, and it might be Owen Kelly if I'm seeing this correctly. We'll see what that's all about. As obviously we will have Aiden on the microphone in some point or another in the next little bit, so we're hoping that his brother will be okay. Send some of your college power down there and get him back on the field. But now the referees are still talking.
What do you call that?
What would you call that?
What would you call that for a penalty?
For a penalty?
Yeah.
Well, that's just illegal procedure. No,
illegal procedure. Okay.
But the play itself, whatever they call it, each team would have a nickname for it, But you see that in college a lot. It's a 2-point conversion type play. Weird stuff, Boise State type stuff, and
I'll always remember the Indianapolis Colts trying to do something like that.
Oh, God.
The Patriots that year.
Every time I see that, that's what I think of.
Why you snap the ball, I'm not sure. But either way, instead of a gain of 15, it's a loss of 5. And now with 15 seconds to go, Memorial will try something here, but obviously you're just going to probably go into halftime here. And rolling out, just a quick out to Seymour. Seymour trying to make a move. And he's out of bounds. Still 7 seconds remaining on the clock. So, see if we can get a Hail Mary here. I'd like to see that going. I mean,
happened last time.
It's pretty impressive what they're able to do and score that, on the last play versus Keene. So we have seen it already once this year. We'll see if we can get one again here. Coach Sturgis kind of
Kyle, we got a couple seconds here. I just wanted to thank you guys for your coverage while I was over out west. The kids really enjoyed, watching the games after on the replays and everything, and it's really nice that you guys take the time to do all that stuff. Makes a big difference.
I mean, you're able to see the plays. I mean, I know your wife records the game as well. But at the same time, it's fun for us at the same time to be able to support the Manchester sports and try to make it the best entertainment that you can for at least the 2 hours and 14 minutes of usually the games. Pass is deflected, and the clock did not run at all. So
it did not run. That should be the half.
Gotta be it, though.
Should be about 7 seconds on that play.
Central's coming on the field. Yeah, that's probably it.
It's kind of wild.
Mr. Meisel fell asleep at the wheel over there.
It's you got to remember, it is only 11 a.m., so maybe it's...
that's it. That's a half.
Yeah, that will do it. So, Central able to get a couple interceptions, and their first drive able to score on a Caden Salvi 9-yard touchdown, and that is our halftime score, 7-0 here from Gill Stadium. Coach, I know you got to go say hi to your family and stuff like that and the friends. So, again, appreciate all that you've done for
thank you.
For helping us out and stuff like that.
I just wanted to say, I am not dead.
You're not dead.
Nobody has to go. I'll be back, depending on what my job will be. But I'll be back sooner than people think, Look for me this winter.
All right, well, look forward to seeing what's going to happen there. And again, you're always welcome. At any game that I'm doing, you're more than welcome. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. But we'll take a quick break here at halftime of Turkey Bowl 2022. Central leading it 7-0. Back with more Turkey Bowl 2022 after this. Well, back here for Turkey Bowl 2022 here with Manchester Public Television's production here, watching the Memorial Crusaders and the Central Little Green, Kyle Levy, Andrew Art, and our special guest now coming back here from college, Colby College. We got Aiden Kelly. Aiden, welcome to the booth. I know this is your first time being up here.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on.
It's got to be a weird feeling. You obviously played the past, 3 of the 4, I want to say, that you guys were in.
Yeah, so last year we kind of had, it wasn't really a Turkey Bowl, but it was kind of an after season exhibition game against Memorial. So I really kind of missed the last 2 Turkey Bowls with COVID.
That's why it's kind of nice to have it back. But yeah, you had some prime years where you would have loved to have been out there, but unfortunately, we had to deal with the pandemic and stuff like that. But what are you seeing from Central so far? You were able to watch the first half. They're up 7-0. Kind of the same exact kind of play call what you had to play with, or is it a little bit different?
Yeah, very similar. Coach Ryan Ray's really kind of trying to control the pace with the run game, doing his best at doing that, and then just trying to utilize some of his athletes on the outside.
Now, it's your brother out there. We're glad to see that he seems to be okay. You got to taking a guess that he was cramping up and, kind of misplaying with him in some ways?
Oh, 100%. I was kind of, whenever I would be at school, kind of trying to watch the games or getting updates from my mom over the phone, I'm like, it really hit me all his senior night. I'm like, I really got him. He was playing soccer. He was playing freshman soccer for Colby, or for Central his freshman year. And I'm like, and what are you doing playing soccer? You're going to be growing to like 6'4". Use your talents on the gridiron. Go play some football and go hit some people. And he really just grew a love for the game after time.
It's easy to do, especially when you grow into your size and stuff like that. I wish that my size had grown into myself. Andrew, I know you're wishing that you could be out there a little bit bigger, but it's kind of weird to see. I mean, you were able to bulk up for your senior year, and you had a pretty good season last year.
Yeah,
able to get into college and continue your football career. So, how was your first season up with the college ball at Colby?
It's definitely different. I mean, you see the biggest difference is most likely, or is just usually the O-lines.
Oh yeah,
the O-lines are a lot bigger, a lot smarter. And it's so much more just film work. Every day we'd have a practice and a film session. So it's really like a full-time job.
Wow, I mean, they prepped you to go up there for college in multiple ways, and obviously you weren't watching as much film for Central, but Coach Ray gave you any sort of critiques or anything like that? What are you going to do differently in college, or do you just kind of learn on the fly?
Really just kind of learn on the fly. It's actually ironic. Coach Ray, my head coach at Colby, Jack Cosgrove, was Coach Ray's head coach at UMaine.
Wow.
Really? Yeah.
Look at that. That's the connections right there. As Central will be getting the ball to start off the second half, 12 minutes up on the clock, and we'll see how far Memorial can do with the kicking game. They obviously didn't really get to use the kicking game much in the first half with 2 interceptions, a turnover and downs, and the half. So ball, little push kick, can be handled at about the 32, finds some lane, and it will get all the way up to about the 43-yard line. So good field position for Central to start this second half off. Now, obviously you got up there in, early August to start your...
Yeah, like mid-August.
And then season overall, you started off doing pretty well with, a couple wins.
Yep.
And just what happened to late in the year? Is it just kind of injuries?
We had a ton of people just go down. I mean, we started the year with like 85 people that were active and ready to go and travel. And then the end of the year, we only could travel like 67.
Wow.
Is like the able bodies that we could bring to games.
Run to the outside here, able to get a few yards, and it was finally brought down. So clock will continue running, so it'll be about a 2nd and 6 after that play. And what would you say was? Do you have a coach to help you with the eating, conditioning? Like how strict was college football for you this year?
The biggest thing's kind of really just teaching. Just strict tardiness.
Okay.
You have to be on time to everything, and basically, with football and hockey, I was always on time to most things. School wasn't always on time to, but especially with I wasn't late to a single thing all year, and I was
big rest right here for Central, able to get out of bounds, but that'll be a good for at least a 25-yard gain. But now behind the play, a little bit of talking, pushing, stuff like that. Your brother being down there.
No surprise.
No penalty flags, but the referee did have to get in and stop anything else from happening. But
Josh Johanna was in there for Memorial too.
Well, it was. Yeah, he's still talking to the referee. Something obviously occurred behind the play as we follow the running back, Caden Preston. But be good for a first down, and Central looking to add to their lead. Now, your years with playing in the Turkey Bowl and stuff like that, how do you keep the mentality to continue wanting to go to practice day after day?
The biggest challenge is the cold. It's very, very cold. So, at my position, it was kind of not as bad. I can't imagine the receivers catching and throwing footballs in the freezing cold. A lot of people wear medical gloves actually under their football gloves because it keeps it kind of airtight and keeps your hands warm.
I was gonna say I kind of vaguely remember you in a big, almost like a onesie or something like that. It was it definitely covered your head and stuff like that. I'm thinking back to this now from last year because I just finished my softball season on Monday and that was just not fun. You just kind of get to a point where you start off sweating your butts off practicing in August, and now to be in multiple layers trying to get the win for your school and keep this rivalry going. I got to do a pass there and bobbled, and looks like it's incomplete. So 2 pass attempts, and this will make a 3rd and 10 for Central.
Yeah, I guess that's just a great thing about playing football in the Northeast. It's you have more than just a battle between the two teams and the coaches. It's just really battle on the weather too. You're battling the elements. I can't imagine the Patriots and the Bills on Sundays in February. I saw something last year when the Patriots played the Bills up in Buffalo.
Oh my God, that was,
and it was
50-mile-per-hour wind.
3 passes.
Mac Jones actually took on an old habit of Brady's where he wore a scuba suit under his football equipment.
You got to do whatever help you out. I've been in some scuba suits. It's your mobility is definitely not there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was able to stay warm and try surfing. It was a tough time. Not gonna lie, not able to do that very well. But
Scuba suits change your life. I've been surfing with them too, and those things, they're kind of weird. Like when you go in the water and it just doesn't feel like anything. Like you expect the water to hit your skin, the only thing it's hitting is your feet. But it makes you a heck of a lot warmer though.
Well, Central and kind of run 3rd and 15 now after that 5-yard penalty. So really a drive that was looking so promising. They're in some tough spot right now, but all it takes is your brother to catch one or Keith Preston to be able to run one out. So
really, you're just trying to get this to manageable because you're kind of in that awkward field position where you really can't kick a field goal.
You can't
punt it. You're probably not going to punt it. So
pass play,
like you do here, you go try to get a chunk of it,
and that's good for a couple yards. But that'll bring 4th down. Pass right there was to Jacob Maloney, who had that winning touchdown in that I think the second game that we did.
Dover, that was crazy.
Great to see that, but
right in corner of the end zone there.
Well, again, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. It's Thursday, November 24th here, and it's 41 degrees now.
It's gone up.
It's gone up quite a bit in this last hour and a half, so it's kind of nice to see. And what's the big plan for you? Obviously, you and your family are all here today. You guys just having a big family adventure? Or obviously, you all are here, so you can't be cooking.
Yeah, no, we're going over to my aunt's house for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Watching some football, as we always do on Thanksgiving. Ready to go see the Patriots play tonight.
Oh, it's going to be a great game versus the Vikings. Pass play across the middle.
Good
complete.
catch.
He gets up to run, but obviously it's not professional, and he is officially down. But nice job by Ethan Holmes. And looks like that will be good for a 1st down. So Central able to get things working. And like you said, the field position is kind of awkward right now to be able to make things work.
As someone who kind of really saw all of these players develop as football players, you see like Ethan Holmes came in, he was the smallest kid, and he's really worked his butt off to kind of get where he was now. And Coach Ray always jokes with number 19, Micah Huffman. He came in, he was like probably 5'6", 130 pounds, and now he's grown to like 6'2", 6'3". I'm not exactly sure what he weighs, but he's a strong kid. I can't imagine like trying to get him down.
It's very easy. The outside Preston trying to make some work. He's going to be brought down. Oh, we might have a fumble, though. Let's see what the officials say. We got hands going both ways. Central saying they have it, and the referee puts his hand up in the air saying that it is still a Central ball. So, gotta keep those... it's tough to do. This ball is super hard right now. How do you just try to maintain it and keep it in your grasp?
Really, just when you come in and you're about to take on some contact, kind of really protecting that thing with your life. If you put the ball on the ground, you're not going to get the ball too many more times. You see that with Denver and Melvin Gordon, who actually just got cut. He had a fumbling problem all year.
5 fumbles.
Yeah,
that's not good at all.
So I mean, they got to trust you with the ball.
Now pass play,
Salvi,
deep pass, and not able to complete the pass. And now looking like it will be a 3rd down, and another 3rd and long here for Central. But it doesn't seem like they matter. They're able to get it going. Interesting to see what's going on here. Is got a nice visit from the Manchester's finest in the booth a moment ago. So glad we're all doing all right. They weren't looking for us, which is good. Definitely a first time that it's ever happened. In my 4 years of commentating sports. So that's a special moment there. Guys, glad to be a part of it with me. And now we'll see a 3rd and 10 from the 13-yard line. Central still leading 7-0, trying to add more to their lead. And look at Salvi. He's going to try to get to the outside, but he's going to be wrapped up and brought down. And that will be a 4th down. Big sack right there, Andrew, from your Memorial friend.
It's huge. Aiden, is it weird seeing somebody else wear your number 4? Because I know the first game we did against Salem, I looked at the number. It was Leighton Sargent who made the play, and I was going to say Aiden Kelly. I go, wait a minute. He's not here. Is it weird to see somebody wear your number?
It's a little bit weird. I mean, I got used to all year up at school someone else wearing 4 who was actually a sophomore, so I can't get that for a while.
Oh, man.
But Leighton, I'm happy he got that number because, I mean, really, I kind of took him under my wing last year.
Okay.
He's kind of someone that he threw the javelin in track. He ran track with me and my father, who was a coach, and kind of took him under my wing, tried to taught him as much as I could. And
Central calling timeout now. Trying to figure things out on this 4th and 12. Yeah, I mean, did he ask? I mean, it's not like it's professional football, but did they at least say, like, hey, man, I'm going to wear your number, anything like that?
No, I had no clue who was going to wear my number. I just I saw the first game, I'm like, oh, Leighton's wearing it. And I was happy to see he was wearing it because he's someone that really I've tried to kind of teach a little bit the ways, teach how to be like a really hard worker, and kind of just trying to help develop the younger guys when I was a senior.
Obviously, your career is still going on, but obviously you're helping everyone coach with helping them out. Would you be interested in coaching sometime further down the line? Or
we'll see. I mean, I have no clue what my future is going to look like, so depending what I'm doing, I'd definitely be open to coaching.
I mean, nothing better than getting someone to not work their abilities and become like the best football player that they can. But now Central, hopefully they can use some of your critique and try to get some first down or possibly touchdown here. 4th and 12 from the 15-yard line. And they were able to succeed on their last 4th down, but now referees kind of Coach Ray's out on the fields.
Yeah, the funny thing about coaching in Manchester is, like, you look at college football and feel like the whole kind of everything. You have Manchester coaches just throughout everything. You have, like, Chip Kelly at UCLA, who was ranked in the top 20. You have Ryan Day with Ohio State, who's ranked 2nd. Both Manchester guys. You have Dan Mullen, who was at Florida to begin the year.
It's pretty wild to see. Yeah. Like the coaching tree of this city is pretty impressive, and that's why it's wonderful to see. I mean, I'm glad to see Coach Ray. I know that he had a little health scare a few weeks ago in the last game, but he's back there and better than ever. Kind of can't see him as much today, being wild and yelling at his players from the other side of the field.
Yeah,
it's been a little different on my end.
Can hear everything when he's over here. But he's a great coach. He's done a great job with his program for a number of years.
Well, a turnover and down for Central gives the ball to Memorial, and let's see if they can get something going again. A quick pass play, and that's complete for at least a 7-yard gain. Right
2 of those guys are Central people, right? Chip and Ryan Day are both Central, and I believe Mullen's Trinity.
I believe so, yes. Chip Kelly was actually co-captains on the Central football team with my father.
Really?
Wow,
so, I mean, I was designated driver a couple years ago to go, and I was hanging out with Chip Kelly and Ryan Day in Portsmouth. It was really cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder who paid that bill.
it was there. Chip Kelly put on the whole thing.
Oh man, boy. Extra stuff.
Falling over his teammates, and 6:30 remaining in this third quarter, and Memorial, they've been impressed with some of their drives. They just got to get something going here, but at the same time, you're obviously rooting for Central on this side of things.
Yeah, for Memorial, it's really just been the drive killers. They've been moving the ball pretty well with their run game. It's just they're just stalling up, whether it's the interceptions or whether it's just
obviously
downs.
On defense, you kind of can. Right now, you know that there's 70 yards behind you. When you get closer, obviously, you know that they can't do as much. And now run play up the middle. That should be good for a first down. Let's see what the officials mark. Yeah, he's marked close, so that'll be a first down for Memorial. Now, do you still keep in touch with a lot of your teammates from the seniors who graduated last year? And obviously social media and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had a smaller class, so we didn't have a ton of seniors. But really, for hockey, we had a huge senior class, so I definitely keep in touch with them.
Oh, yeah. There's like 80 you guys or something like that.
Yeah, there was
9.
a ton of us. We really saw it our freshman year for that, where we're like, half the team was freshmen.
Oof. Right down the middle, and then looks like, that was Aiden Gouen who caught that one. That was a great hard pass from McFarland.
Yeah, that's a nice throw right there.
Well, gotta still make it go and go a little bit further here. The pass play's got to work a little bit more here, but Central's defense. I mean, some of these guys are pretty large. Did you remember facing some of these defensive linemen when in practice and stuff like that?
Yeah, so a lot of the D linemen play both sides. I mean, you see Jacob Wong up playing nose guard right now. He's a really big kid, a really hard worker. And then
great closing speed right there for Central. I mean, McFarland's fast, but that was quite impressive to see that able to close down on them. Jacob Maloney able to make something happen there.
And Kari Whitehead, too. Big lineman. He had a touchdown in the game we did against Alverin.
Really?
Coach Ray let him run it in, yeah.
Yeah, that he's sneaky athletic. He came in, actually wanted to play tight end. His tight end dreams were soon forgotten when he tackle, but he has actually some pretty good hands.
Got a touchdown, though. So.
Yeah. He's quick. He's quick.
You got to appreciate some of those senior moments. As I know you had a pretty fun season last year, and glad to see that your college ball is going somewhat well. I know obviously you had some injuries yourself this year, and you still having to maintain it. Oh, it looks like McFarland is finally going to be brought down, but he somehow was able to gain a few yards on that tackle. But it will be a fourth. Oh, excuse me, he lost a few yards. I was looking at the marker. So it'll be a fourth down for Memorial, and it looks like the punt team will be coming out for that. So again, another drive that's stalled very quickly this time.
It's just they're struggling to get the ball up the field now. I mean, they've got it past the 50 a couple times, but it's getting inside of that 30 and 25 that they haven't been able to do tonight. Today, man, I keep saying tonight. So used to doing football at night. But, this is different. This is a special game. So, but yeah, they just haven't been able to move the ball as well as they'd hoped.
High snap, handled, and that went straight up in the air. This is going to be a punt. It's going to go backwards. Oh, God, that's might be the worst punt I've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. Memorial will be playing some tough defense now with getting the ball at the
that wasn't pretty.
Get the ball at the 24-yard line.
It would have been interesting if he caught it.
I was wondering what's going to happen on that.
I would have no clue what the ruling would be on that.
If he kicked it straight up in the air to himself.
I know if anyone else other than the punter catches it, it's just like down there.
Yeah, so that's why I'm
what happens if the punter catches it?
I know.
Oh, boy. Well, 3:45 remaining in this third quarter. And Central getting prime field position right now, looking to add to their lead again. And, Aiden, thinking about things, you just said your team had 84. I mean, that's almost the two teams combined here between Memorial and Central.
Yeah, it's really just tons of depth, just everywhere. It's just the ability to recruit kids just brings a whole different aspect where you can get kids from wherever you want, barring admissions at Colby.
Well, how are the admissions up there? I mean, Andrew's looking to get into college. So, should he apply, or is it a pretty tough?
It's very hard to get into. I was lucky enough that I got some help with football, and my grades were good enough that I could get in. So I think it was like a 7% acceptance rate. It was like wow. It was like
really?
40 stupid numbers.
Holy.
Wow, congratulations on getting into that.
Yeah.
And now, pass play, going deep. Oh, just wasn't able to
Good
wrap
coverage, though.
He's upset on that. Oh, or is he cramping? No, he gets up. Okay.
Good coverage by Vilgrain on somebody who's obviously way bigger than him, your brother.
Yeah, it was really good coverage. He kind of played late through Owen's hands. He saw the hands go up. He kind of put his hand in there, and it makes it really difficult to make a play on the ball like that.
Now, he's got sneaky, Randy Moss speed, in my opinion. He really doesn't look like he's working hard when he's running.
He's not the fastest. He's just got fastest. He just really knows how to set himself up for a good play, and he's really worked hard on his route running. When he got suspended earlier in the season for I didn't see the play. I really told him, I'm like, Owen, don't talk. He's always talked with everything his whole life. I'm like, don't talk. Let your game play. Let
fumble right there, and it's going to be recovered by Memorial. So, getting lucky here on turnover on downs, and now a fumble recovery. And again, going back to what we were saying, Aiden, that ball is hard as a rock, and it's kind of tough to hold on to, especially when you're getting, dragged the other way.
Especially in these later in the year games where a lot of people are wearing long sleeves or like arm sleeves.
Yeah.
A lot of coaches don't like their running backs wearing any sleeves on their arms. That's why you see people wear like turf tape, because
they tuck that ball in there.
Yeah, the skin has a natural grip on the leather, where it's harder to force a fumble when someone has just a bare arm on the ball compared to a sleeve.
I mean, you held the ball quite a bit. Same thing with you. Did you try to go sleeveless, or was it?
I tried my best. Some games it was like a little hard to go sleeveless when it's freezing, but for the most part, I wore a lot of turf tape.
I've heard that like Vaseline sometimes helps as much as it's slippery. At least it keeps the heat in your body.
Mm-hmm. Vaseline.
Yeah. So as much as
some people up at Colby would wear like Vaseline on like their legs with like a little calf sleeve over it, because it would just keep the warmth in. They found it was warmer than sweatpants.
It's interesting.
See,
it kind of clogs your pores.
I did the Division 4 championship game a few weeks ago. I didn't realize that mustard was a big way to avoid cramps.
Yep, mustard and pickle juice.
I could not believe how much mustard was on the sidelines for Summersworth, and they end up winning the game. But it just threw me off to see like packets beyond packets on the ground. So things I'm learning throughout my years up here in the booth of what works and what makes teams better. Mm-hmm. But Memorial, they gotta start. They're running out of time. They're gonna have to start gulping some mustard here to try to get this going.
And then something I learned in college was like Welch's gummies or just normal gummies they help with like I'm not exactly sure what they help with, but we would always eat them in halftime because I guess it's like I think it's kind of just refills your energy.
Okay.
I don't know exactly this. I'm not in science. I'm not in STEM, so I don't know the science behind it. But it kind of you lose a lot of energy when playing a football game. Like, I definitely noticed switching from football to hockey. Like a half of football is like a whole hockey game on your body.
Yeah.
That's why you only play one football game a week, and they do that at every level.
Well, that's why to know you got to practice for 3 weeks. You practice and you're excited for the game on Friday or Saturday, and that's why just have like 3 weeks without a game here. It's got to be interesting. But now Memorial with a punt attempt again, incomplete on third down, and we'll see what happens on this punt attempt.
Will this one go more than a yard?
My hopes are high. And
this is elite punting this time.
High snap. Oh, we got a whistle.
And it did.
It went further, but we'll see what the whistle is. A flag is thrown. It's really far deep into Central's backfield, so you got to wonder if it's against the little green, which Memorial would take that 5 yards or more. We'll see what the referees say. I know there's some punching of the desk on the from the assistant coaches, and it looks like we actually against Memorial. Legal procedure.
That was kind of the same thing as the play where they kind of had one person only snapping the ball. Not enough people on the line of scrimmage there. It was probably.
I mean, as someone that works in special teams, is that something you guys communicate a lot about, like making sure that everyone's on the line, or
it was most likely just probably one of the tackles on the punt team was too far back.
Takes a good bounce from Memorial, and it will go into the Memorial territory at the 48-yard line. So
it was nearly blocked.
Maybe
an extra footstep.
And now Central will get the ball almost at midfield. And, want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving here. I know you and your family are, very supportive of the sports here in Manchester. And it's good to have you back. And, absolutely welcome back. in the booth for a hockey game if you were able to come down sometime this winter. So
I'll be back for some time. So
we can surprise your sister or your brother. It would be kind of fun to do. So we'll keep that on the DL.
For sure.
Communicate for that.
Thank you guys for having me on. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Aiden Kelly, Central graduate and wonderful person and family right there, looking to see if his brother can get a touchdown or something here. We'll see if he might be able to get the Kyle Pie championship pie today that I'm offering to the best player out there. But back on the booth, we haven't seen him since the first quarter. Michael Gonzalez, welcome back.
Hey, what's going on? It's been so fun out there, though. Like, I got lost in the time, too, you know. Got a bunch of old friends you run into, old teammates, and what a great day.
It's, again, 41 degrees. The sun is shining bright. It's a lot of smiles out there. I can see down there. Yes, it's a little cold. The cheerleaders are trying to get the fans going right now, right below us. But a big block in the back penalty on Memorial.
Memorial's keeping in this game somehow. Nothing electric going on except their D lineman. D line is just... It must be frustrating for Central, too.
Central's struggling to go up the middle. Their defensive linemen are just reading everything they do, and they're just bigger.
If Memorial just, like you said, that cold ball and all, but, geez, it's too bad they're not protecting the ball.
Well, Memorial's been able to... Oh, bad play, and this is going to be a big loss.
Miscommunication.
Josh Johanna and who's the other?
Aline.
Okay.
He's feeling himself right now like that. That's what you don't want on Central. A guy making that play and then Xing you out like that. Like, he's feeling it, and that momentum will carry.
I kind of saw that same play happen in, I believe it was the Arizona game, Arizona-San Fran. Just the quarterback tried to get the ball to the wrong side.
Look at those linemen, though. The D-line is just like, bring it. You got Mene down there.
Adam, Josh, Patrick Vachon.
It's
Nick Young, Jack Paradise, all their big linemen.
And that's why, I know Trinity had a great year this year, but when you talk about size, it seems like this is the right team to play each other.
Yeah, it's what Coach Bazoin said, the same thing. Pass play.
Pressure.
That was a safety interception block right there, I guess you could say, by Central. That was going to be picked off. And that will do it for the third quarter. So, again, only one score so far in this game, and that is by Central, and a 7-0 lead going into the final fourth quarter of the seniors' seasons, careers, I guess, in some ways. So this is going to be an interesting 12 minutes to see. And, Andrew, you're seeing Memorial is you know a lot of these seniors. What are they gonna? They can't lose to Central again.
No, they're gonna do everything that they can to try to win this game, because this is pride at this point. With Central only being up 7-0, that first score just coming 10 minutes and 33 seconds into the game, and scoreless after that. They're doing things right, but they just gotta get the ball back and just move it and never stop moving it.
It's like one of the things. Once you get on that scoreboard, it's like a Pringles can. You can get a bunch of scores right in a row, but it's the hardest one is the first one.
Exactly.
It's hard breaking that seal.
It's tough to have a goose egg up there at the same time. You definitely, want...
And motivating as a defense. Like, that goose egg is making them play just as hard.
Their defense has held up a lot today, though.
Cheerleaders from both sides getting together below us that's a nice
I thought it was
respect, and
thought it might be a dance off, hopefully, but
I was wondering
do
what was
those
going
no
on.
more,
Yeah,
I think every conflict should be settled with dance off.
Bring it on. Worked for Gabrielle Union and Kirsten Dunst back in the
from the Clovers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? But here we go with
there must be some Clovers in the atmosphere.
2nd and 13 to start the fourth quarter, and Salvi rolling out, got a throw.
Wow.
And looks like it's complete. It's a fight for the ball.
That's an offensive ball. It's one of those things where he had it first. You got to really take it from him to get that overturned. Well, Memorial's backing up the wrong tree on this one.
Coach Sturgis is right there trying to say otherwise.
Of course.
But
What a great job by Salvi, though, rolling out. He looks really poised. He's got the height. He just looks like a guy that could take it to the next level.
It's impressive to think how height plays such an advantage for quarterbacks. You look at how Drew Brees was able to have a Hall of Fame career, being how short he was. Being able to see over that line is a huge thing for sure.
And people look at Tom Brady, they don't realize how tall he is.
6'5".
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's
my first time meeting him, I was like, "What? Really? You're that tall?" But here we go with a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So into the red zone they go. But Coach Ray is going to call a timeout, and that's the second one that he's used so far in this half. So Central is only down to 1 timeout remaining.
Coach Ray loves to throw late in the games too. It does seem like he kind of, it's like Madden syndrome. You just want, it's fun to throw. It is like the best thing ever. So it's like, I would expect more throwing. And if you can go up 2 touchdowns, that's key.
That's huge with 11:20 remaining in this game. Turkey Bowl 2022 as the cheerleaders. We'll get them. They are up in a, standing.
We ought to get a picture like that after this, huh?
I think we should do the same thing. Andrew, you're the lightest, so you're going to go up, all right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're going to be falling off a house again here.
I'm a base, for sure. I'm not trying to fall at my age,
Yeah, please don't. You have kids to worry about.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'm young.
He can heal. Again, Andrew, sorry to your parents. I was not trying to, say anything wrong. It was a joke, so.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate the
would you remind him
viewership.
It's not nighttime again, or?
Maybe he hasn't had to talk math today, but at the same time, he can't get over the night and day. So we're working on you, Andrew. We'll get you all straightened out by.
Well, it's not like last year where we had the games like God knows how many different times we had to do it.
That was a lot of.
That was a mess.
1 o'clock
very light though, very.
1 o'clock, 12, even 11. But Turkey Bowl's always at 10 a.m.
Memorial's D is keeping.
They're hanging in there.
They're keeping him in this game.
They're stepping up for the offense.
Right there, 65 just bounced that play. That was all him. Like
Soda with a big tackle there. I've been enjoying some of the celebrations of just like happy to that they were able to make that play. But again, we'll see what happens if Memorial's able to get into the end zone because that's going to be a huge celebration.
They stop them there. The offense has to reward the defense for hanging in there all day.
I say proud of Manchester too. If you can't see it from here, but there's a lot of people in the stands, a lot of people, and it's awesome to see people come out.
2nd and 12 from the 22-yard line now, and getting the ball, run up the middle, and that's gonna be stuffed. Look at that big 78.
Gosh,
able to make that happen.
Jahanit Mene
able to
Pat Bashon.
It's impressive to see what they were able to do there.
Now, Central, when they kicked their extra point, the guy kicked it to Sweeney Post. So, is it in the round, Andrew, for them to kind of be playing for that? Well, no, to be playing for that field goal right now and then go up by 10 because 10 might as well be 14 at the end of the game.
I'd say they got to get it a little closer. A little bit closer. Just because that extra point, I mean,
it's
he
only
got
10,
all of that.
But
it's not like the keen kicker who was drawing them from everywhere on the field.
Looks like they're going to go up the middle again.
All right, well, 3rd and 12. Pass play, going deep. Got a man. And incomplete.
He just slipped. There's no contact there.
I like that call.
He completely slipped in the end zone.
I like the call. It's hard to not make that call because everyone expects that. They see someone go down. They see the hand check. But that was good defense. Actually, the receiver made a good play on the ball. To come up short like that, like to come back on that, that's kind of an intended route.
Sun kind of in his eyes as well as it's aiming at that direction of the field at this point. So
I hate to say I told you so, but it looks like they're going to try to boom one through.
Oh,
well,
man. Okay.
We'll see
This
what
is
the
gonna be
scoreboard
interesting.
says. 4th and 10.
No, they're bringing Salvi out again. Yeah.
Be about a 4th and 13 right now. So Central has been able to get the ball, get the ball in great field position in this second half, but have not put anything up on the scoreboard. And see what Caden can do.
5 wide. Look for a hard count, trying to draw them, but expect a post pattern over the middle.
Scrambling out. Looks like it's going to be a screen. And he's able to get the ball, but he's going to be brought down. And Memorial, again, will get the ball back.
Screen passes are all about timing. It's amazing what one little bobble will do to ruin a play.
All the
But their D is swarming.
It's kind of reminded me of a little bit of this Patriots game this past week of just both teams' offense not doing anything, but their defense is doing great. The Jets had 6 sacks. The Patriots had 5. It came down to basically the end of the game. And, we got a holding call on Memorial, though.
That is a killer. Kind of like a 1-0 hockey game, too, Kyle. You know, you can win a game by 1 point. You can win a game by it's still one score, though.
Oh, excuse me. The holding call was apparently against Central. So, again, it is a turnover on downs. And we'll see what Connor can do. 9:26 remaining. He's got to get something going. And
This offense has got to come through now.
Andrew, what are they going to do? What do they need to do differently here? Well, do they roll with McFarland more? Do they run him more and then create opportunities? Or
They got to set plays to get somebody open. They have to get a certain person open with a lot of space.
So they need time for.
But they have to do it the right way and not give it up too early.
I agree. The right way is better than the other way. Bend around.
Trying to find some room.
Wow.
That works, but the blocks didn't hit on the left side.
Nah, it's just that was great corner play. I mean, he didn't bite. He contained. So containing is everything on the corner. Because if he bought that fake up the middle and then the end around, that's wide open. That's good coaching. They coached him up. They had 3 weeks to plan for it, though.
Yep. Yeah. So,
But that is hard to do. The discipline stay there when you want to go get the ball, you know.
Loss of about 4 on that play, so it's going to be about a 2nd and 14 here.
When are they going to take a big shot, Andrew? Give
Central playing pretty close.
Oh, got to get rid of the ball. Seymour able to make a one-handed grab, gets some space, and is able to get some more yards. Great play right there by Seymour.
It's tough on the screens when you know when you know they're coming at you and you still can't get the ball off, and that's a tough one. Like, timing is not working out for Memorial right now. It seems like there's a little bit of jitters or something's going on.
Well, 8:59 remaining.
There's a lot of pressure now.
Yeah.
I mean, defense has been in there, 7-0 Central. You have a shot to tie the game. Pressure is on.
And now, 3rd and 8, and now
I like it. You gotta do something
again.
he's looking at the official, trying to say, we're on the line of scrimmage.
Right slot, come back.
But
It's going to be,
I hate that play.
not working out yet.
I don't understand it. You spread everyone out, and then you run up the middle with his 5 defenders, and you got the typical result.
Yeah, it said it'll be a even loss again of a few yards, so it'll be about a 4th and 11, and hopefully their punt team can get something going, and back to the defense, back to the drawing board. Coach Sturgis goes trying to figure out what to do with this offense.
now his defense has to make another stop, though.
I saw that last punt. That was something funny, yeah. That one that went up in the air, and he should have caught a don't kick. That was.
It's something to be remembered for a long time. Memories.
Look at Allen, though.
I don't know how they're not blocking it. The snap's so high.
And brought out of bounds at about the 41-yard line.
Ethan Holmes a burner. He can go.
Able to get a good 10 yards on that play here.
So Aiden said he brought his way up to the Central varsity team, really. He said he was the smallest kid in here and then just really worked his way up to being a varsity starter.
Well, if you watch the movie Major League, you know you can make a team with some quick feet. Willie Mays Hayes, he just ran it in his pajamas.
Roger Dorn.
Look at this.
Love that movie.
I'll tell you what, Central is very content. Probably just milking another 4 or 5 minutes, right?
I mean, you're getting the ball for the 4th time in Crusader territory. You got at least good run right here. He's still on his feet, and now finally brought down.
Great job.
Able to get that 1st down and more.
Speaking of Ethan, yeah. So that's what they're doing. I mean, missed tackles. I mean, now they're taking chances. They're kind of swinging and missing. If you're Memorial, I guess you grind it out and you kind of just hope for the ball back, right? I mean,
Caden Preston doing a sneaky good game right now. He's had some big runs, just like we saw right there. So
they're avoiding the middle again. Obviously, like they don't want any part of Mene.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Another 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Central still leading 7-0. And it's going to be a pass.
He's got him.
Oh, he's got him. Oh, sends it a little too far and incomplete will it go.
Great play call. That was a hitch and go where he comes, fakes a 5-yard comeback, and then he just, see you later.
Too much mustard on it.
Yeah, Tyler Folstoff.
Sometimes when it looks too, like Aiden would say, when you get an open net, it's pretty tough to hit that open net when it looks that good, So he might have overthrew it, got excited.
Well, we'll see what they can do on 2nd and 10. The band playing below us sounded pretty good.
That drum line again.
Yeah, the drum line is sounding special today for sure. It's really a chance to get the most amount of fans, that they can.
They're gonna do that again, I think.
Yeah, looks like it. Back they go again, just too far.
So that's an underrated play on the corner. He's bumping him, and he threw him off his route completely. The ball went where it needed to go, but the receiver couldn't get there because of the great corner play.
Always nice and be able to bump and run for sure.
He kind of teased him into making that play call, I feel like, because he kind of said, go ahead, And
Lucas Brown again, he's been able to say his name a few times, Andrew, as well.
Yeah,
so.
He's a great defensive player. He's only a freshman, so you'll have plenty of time to watch him in the next couple of years. But he had a number of picks this year. I know he had 2 against Nashua South. I think he might have had one against Exeter, but for a freshman, he had a really, really good season.
You got to say it again because you're going to do the same exact play, I think.
No, there's no running back.
He's right on the far side there.
Looking like he's going to throw it up down midfield. And he's able to... Incomplete. I thought he had it.
Man.
Kind of a...
That's Thanksgiving for you. I mean, like that ball is really hard to catch on those, but he did it.
Yeah,
he
I think it's got to be an ice block.
Maybe he has gravy on his fingers already. It's a little too slippery.
That's why the slot receiver is such an underrated position. You take a lot of risk when you're putting yourself out there like that.
I mean, those linebackers, doesn't matter if it's high school or professional, they're still large, and when you have to go across the middle like that, it's definitely difficult. But now Central, 4th and 10.
Don't be shocked if they go right to the left again. They see something, they like it, and it's up to the receiver to say, hey, coach, I can do this.
The quarterback moving up. No, now he's going to back up a little bit.
He's going to, yeah.
Let's see if we get a screen player.
They're just going to go at him.
Going for the line of scrimmage. Nice job right there. Great route. And
looks like Huffman on the reception there.
That was they call it a 61. That's a 5-step drop, 15-yard comeback.
It sounds like there's a lot of talking down there on the field right now as Central keeps the ball under 7 minutes to go in this game, and a big 4th down conversion right there.
I can't tell you how important that play was. I mean, you extend the drive, you demoralize them, and dare I say, you get in field goal range.
Well, here we go.
Really love that field goal, huh?
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, and be a run to the outside, but it's smelt by the Crusaders, but he still remains on his feet and is able to get a 1-yard gain. And nice job by Memorial, not really hitting him too much out of bounds. Raymond...
hard not to do that, too.
Aline, sorry, was able to swiftly put him out of bounds.
Yeah, he kind of just threw him aside. Looks like just grabbed his shoulder and
he's like,
just threw him.
Just go out of here. Go right here.
Good blocking by Ethan Holmes on that receiver, too. Another underrated skill set. You think receivers just catch balls, but they practice blocking all practice.
Well, I can tell you, on Friday night, I've already set my DVR for A Football Life with Julian Edelman on NFL Network.
That's going to be cool to watch.
That'll be pretty interesting to see. So that'll be exciting to watch because Ethan Holmes wearing the number 11. And now a pass play incomplete. Then again, that was going to Holmes, but getting some love right there. I like the sportsmanship that he was getting from Jose.
Yeah, Jose Soto on the coverage again, and he's frustrating to go against. You could tell he had to get that right off on him. It is still there for the coverage.
It'll be a 3rd and 8 now on this next play of trying to come into the huddle here.
I'd like to see a draw play. You know, they've been going back and dropping back every time. Memorial's creeping back with their corners. It seems like, that would work, but it's going to be tough to do with no running backs. So
Yeah, there's been a lot of shotgun here, and there is a running back, but he's there more for blocking. Pass play, and he completely
got away with that one a little bit. I think he might have got tangled up. What do you think, Andrew? That close?
Looking at it, it was tough to say. I mean, they are definitely letting him play, but I don't think he grabbed him as much as Owen sold it. I mean, there was a ball in the middle, and there's definitely some contact there, but he didn't shove him like Owen kind of sold it. But, I mean, as a receiver, part of your job is to definitely try to sell and get those penalties.
Yeah, you got to do what you can to catch the ball, and then, I don't think they have what they do in hockey, right? You can't an embellishment.
Embellishment flag.
Central taking this timeout, so they are officially out of timeouts with exactly 6 minutes remaining in this game. And Coach Ray has had a few words to say in this huddle as I've been watching him. Very upset that some of his receivers did not run the right route right there. And again, they're in a situation where it's 4th down. They've been able to succeed a couple times, but just been wild to see Central not able to get into the end zone with getting the ball so in such good field territory in this 4th quarter.
He specializes in those motivational speeches. Like, I don't hate the fact that they took their last time out. Now they're, they're fired up now. They're sometimes you gotta just be reminded of your job and not play.
Again,
because this is a big play
with a 7-0 lead here and trying to continue more, but Memorial will try to stop them here. And let's see what happens. Throw down.
Wow. He's got Kelly, but he's out of
bounds.
There's your Moss reference, like sneaky Mossy, because that was like worthy, and then they just kind of snatched it out. That was a great play.
Well,
catch.
That will be a 1st and goal for the Little Green.
On like the 3, right?
Is that another 4th down conversion, Kyle?
That was another 4th down, and boy, now clock is going to continue running now. Under 6 minutes and Memorial really, they don't have much room to go. They got to stop them here and get this ball back and not let them get in the end zone.
It's time to sell out. Looks like they put a little more speed out there. I see a couple linemen there getting a breather. Looks like Minet's on the sideline there.
Now you got to do all that you can to make sure they don't get in the end zone.
Well,
everything that you can.
They're going to ride number 74 on the tackle here.
Oh, he's going to take it himself, trying to get in the end zone. He gets hit, and he's going to be dropped at the 1.
That's the danger.
But the ground caused a fumble. Let's see what the referees are saying.
I think he got lucky there. He got his own fumble recovery, but that was a fumble.
Well, they're going to continue to have the ball at about the 1 foot yard line.
That's why football is such a dangerous sport, because you got to decide what you're going to do. Are you going to do that? You're going to get crunched. Good job by Selby. I like his fortitude.
Well, now Memorial really got to work hard to. I mean, you can see the ball right there. All it takes is the front of that ball to hit the white line, and there'll be another 6 points for Central.
It's an interesting play, though, to sell yourself out like that when you definitely Preston could have powered himself through there.
Well,
but
I'm thinking Preston's going to get the ball right here and see if goes right in for the touchdown. And Little Green are looking like Turkey Bowl champions again. Now just 4:13 remaining in this game, and just an extra point away from being up 14-0.
I'm impressed by Salvy's poise on that whole drive. Some of the passes he made he doesn't look like a sophomore out there.
The future is bright for the quarterback for both teams.
Oh yeah, for sure. McFarland's great too, yeah.
But right now, it's all a celebration on Lowell Street for the Little Green, as now we'll see if he can hit the Sweeney Post roof this time.
Yeah.
Ball is up.
That one
hits the nets. And a field goal extra point is good. So 14-0 here. And Coach Sturgis has got to be very upset with his team to not get anything going. But Coach Ray, on the other hand, able to take that timeout. He's given Owen Kelly some love right there for was able to make that catch on the 4th and 8 and continue that drive. And now celebration. They can smell turkey in their future for sure for the Little Green.
I think Salvy's smelling gravy right now because he had a great drive. He's got that touch. If he got in on that run, it would have been all but over. But Memorial, don't count them out. It is the Turkey Bowl, and these games get fun. When you're desperate, you make desperate plays. And when you're going all in poker, you can come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chip in a chair. You see it all the time. When you have to take risks, it forces you to make big plays. It could go south, but at least you're trying things you weren't trying before.
Well, obviously we saw on Sunday special teams having a huge factor in the game. All it takes is some blocks, and the speed of Memorial is there. So we'll see what we can do as Seagulls are flying over the field now. I don't think they're ready for Thanksgiving as well. Ball kicks. It's going to be taken. Oh, take a weird bounce, but at the 5-yard line. Sebastian tries to make some move, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16-yard line. So 84 yards they have to go to try to get into the end zone. And with 4:06 remaining, Andrew, you're feeling kind of bummed right now, huh?
Yeah, offense just wasn't there today. I mean, defense did all that they could, and the offense just couldn't get it done.
It's been a tough night for Memorial, huh?
They do have they have 3 timeouts remaining, and all it takes is to just get some plays. But again, as we've been able to see most of the game, they just have not been able to get things going. High snap, McFarland able to get it, rolling out, looking, and he's got to throw it up, Doug Flutie style, and it's going to be intercepted. And Owen Kelly, look at this, he's trying to go all the way. He's going to finally be brought down at the 32-yard line.
It's a great play.
Oh man. Oh, we got some extra stuff over here.
Yeah, lots of flags being thrown.
Oh, boy.
Lots of jerseys being thrown.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
You can't do that. You cannot storm the field from the sideline. Something has to be done about that.
It's
going to calm down, though. I mean, it's just... That's where Memorial kind of was wrong there. They shouldn't come flying off the... That's when everything can go bad. Good job by Coach Ray getting in there, and it's good job by the refs. Goodbye, everyone. No one wants to see a bloody turkey.
No,
you don't.
I mean, something obviously triggered it, but still, you can't run on the field like that.
Frustration,
It's definitely frustration brewing. Central, this game most likely over.
It's usually protecting your quarterback. I bet because the way he threw it looks like he took a shot on that.
Yeah.
I mean, the field looks like my bedroom right now with laundry everywhere. So this is scary to see. I don't have that much yellow that I wear, but geez, it's impressive how many flags are you can see right there.
See 4.
I can't see my floor at home.
They're gonna start throwing their hats, shoes, shirts, whistles.
It'll be interesting to see what they decide on, if it's going to be just offsetting or if it's going to go against Memorial. But again, they.
That's when you just go buy a new outfit. You don't want to do that much laundry.
No, it just takes too much time, and both coaches here are trying to interested to hear what the officials have to say. I didn't see. I was watching still the.
So I saw a little bit of it. Somebody was on the ground, and somebody from Memorial. I couldn't tell who it was because everyone was starting to run in. He flipped him over, and then I think he started pushing him, and then the people who were on the field came in, and that's when the big scrum, and everybody wants to be a part of giant scrum.
You're going to see a couple of ejections here, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, there's 2 different meetings going on between the officials.
I'd say 30 yards in penalties probably and a couple of ejections.
Oh, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hear everything. Yeah, I saw the ejection kind of hand sign, and now referee's going to talk to Coach Sturgis to try to figure out what's needed to be done, as fortunately there's some people that are going to go enjoy their Thanksgiving sooner than later.
And don't blame the coach for that. He can't help it, but what he can do is corrective action it so it doesn't happen again. It's just like that is so inciting that it could get scary.
Personal foul against both squads.
Seems right.
And there has been some ejections. So we'll see who is being sent away. And no one's left the field just yet. Kind of waiting to see.
Oh my God, Andrew got ejected.
I mean,
I have my pick for who it is. I think I might know, but I'm not going to say.
Where
nobody's leaving.
Yeah, no one's leaving, so
maybe not. He did do the ejection sign, right?
Yep. So
now is that like when you're leaving an airplane, that symbol of pulling the ripcord?
I mean, yeah,
I think it was.
I'm still looking at what's going on. The referee's still making signals. So either way, it will be a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for the little green.
It is standard procedure for someone to get ejected to hide behind the lineman for a couple minutes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and then they're told they have to leave.
It wasn't me.
The walk of shame is coming.
I thought it was 32. It wasn't me. Anyway, quick handoff right there. Preston got to be wrapped up very quickly, and that will go for no gain. Clock. Memorial will start using their timeouts to try to save some clock. But again, 3:53 remaining, down 2 scores. And if you use all your timeouts now, it's kind of a tough spot. But at the same time, you know that Central's just going to run and kill the clock.
Yeah. If they don't use the timeouts, right, they'll do 3 plays at least. And you were talking under 2 minutes left in the game with 3 timeouts. So you got to use your timeouts, extend the game as long as possible, and hope for a miracle.
Memorial Band playing below us. The cheerleaders still going. The band's still going. There's still a lot of hope for this Crusader squad, but time is just not on their side. But, you know, I've seen wilder things happen. So,
yes, it's true. I mean,
and we'll try to get you after this game to see if we can get you a ball and a tee and try this extra point.
God, yeah, for sure. I'm making it. You know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for my kids and my wife.
Who are still here?
Yeah. She's
put it in the bullpen.
I had her warming up in the Inklink booth for a little bit, so that was nice. Nice of Andy Sylvia, shout out.
Kick it from the 15.
Oh, I see him way down there now. Okay. Andy Sylvie way down at the other end. I thought he was in this middle one with the Dunkin' Donuts.
Super excited.
Yeah, I was tempted to add him up here, but just didn't realize he was all the way over there. But timeout is over, and now Central looking to probably run again. We'll see what they decide to do. Caden Preston in the backfield. And second, it certainly was a penalty. Man in motion, and I believe that's number 34 that I saw doing the movement.
The give it away move when you put your hands up to your mask, and you're like, darn it.
Enoch Bonsimbo.
You know, at the same time, maybe his arms got tired. You know, it's been a long morning for these guys.
That's true. I remember playing in the turkey ball. You are dogged after dinner, though. Like, there's a lot into it. The nerves alone will get you, you know. So, but yeah, football, like Aiden was saying, is a very big contact sport, and it's not easy.
Oh boy!
And the ball come out. We'll see. I mean, no, the referee is saying he was down. So
Memorial's gonna look chippy. But it's not. They have to make stuff happen, and that includes punching at the ball. I mean, it's a scary game sometimes, but you have to get that ball out, and that includes punching at it. Well, you know, Central's not going to like it, but they'll be doing it again next play too. They're going to try to hold them up, and they're trying to rip it out. You know.
Memorial has called their second timeout. It will be a 3rd and 16 after that 5-yard penalty, and the loss of running play did not work very well right there, losing a yard. So Central going backwards right now, but they don't really mind too much. They're just killing some time off the clock, and with just 3:22 remaining in this ball game.
This could get interesting now. If they stop them here on 3rd and 16, use their last timeout, they're in a weird position. I mean, we've seen it before.
So 3rd and 16, they're going to save themselves a timeout because it looks like they're going to throw. But
no, it's going to be
Smart play. I mean, you got to agree with that, right, Kyle? Just
Yeah,
keep the ball
absolutely.
on the ground. And
A little excessive on the taking them down right there, but it's going to work for another couple-yard loss. So
And here it is, that final timeout.
don't get me wrong. They're chippy. They're going at each other. But there's a mutual respect. Absolutely. They all know each other.
yeah.
They all compete. Their whole lives they'll know each other. And if they don't, they're probably on all-star teams together. You know, that's what makes it fun.
It's the best part about rivalries is obviously, you know, as we just saw, it gets chippy, but in the end, it is all respect because they're from the same city. They're doing this for the same reason, you know.
Yep.
You just really can't have real big fights in rivalry games
No,
like
you
these.
can't leave the bench. You can't leave the bench because that's when Central will leave the bench, and now you got 80 people on the field.
yeah, a 4th and 21. So
Well, what did we see this year? Third or fourth and what? 30 something.
yeah, that was
3 miles.
It felt
At
like,
Alvern I think it was third and 38. I think maybe
and they were like
something like that.
punt is downfield. Takes
You know,
a
that's helping his. If he could have pinned it, that would have been a.
It would have been a great punt, but instead Memorial with
He might have been eaten
3.
high.
The clock is still going. It should have been stopped. I saw it at 3:01, but now it's 2:58. So kind of, you know, I feel like
Hometown clock.
hometown clock over there. That's all I gotta say. Someone's really excited to get back to back home and watch some football. As
Hey, 3 seconds at a time, right?
Gonzo, are you doing the clock over there?
No. Can you imagine if I was? Jeez.
I kind of surprised that they haven't made an announcement of putting more time on the clock. But hey, either way, Memorial will get the ball. First
Last
and 10
time.
at the 20-yard line. 2:58 remaining now in this game. And Connor McFarland in the shotgun, looking to make something happen here.
Ethan Holmes playing center field here. He's gonna just do his good at coming up.
Nice pass. He's
He read the
out of
quarterback.
bounds, but he's tackled out of bounds, so the clock will still keep running.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Great play by Ethan Holmes. I mean, you could just see him take a 3-step drop, read it, and come flying up.
Well, I hear Coach D'Onofrio saying, we got to go, as the clock continues to
They're
run.
at it. Both teams are out of timeouts. So
Yeah, so nothing you can do here. Play, pass is going to go for an incomplete. So, again, you just wasted 20 seconds on an incomplete pass. You could have just clocked it on the way things were going, but
Great play call by Ryan Ray on defense. He's still bringing the heat. Brought in the corner on that one and flustered the QB of Memorial.
well, now it will be a 3rd and 5.
do we see that Indianapolis Colts-esque play again one more time?
I think they're done with it. It has not worked at all.
No, it
and,
hasn't.
you've only lost yards in
Yes.
on both tries. So
Central's going to blitz here.
I'm-
They're coming.
that's trying to find some room. He's got to still be.
This is what
Look
they
at
needed
this.
to do.
Able to, finally, we see a big scramble, and he's hit by Ethan Holmes out of bounds. So
Yeah, I mean, this is what they needed to do. They need to extend the play. Like Andrew said, they need to get the opportunity to get someone open. That happened by chance. He made a great cut in to extend it. But if they can play schoolyard football, they have a better chance of coming ahead.
That ref, I don't know who it was, but somebody was talking trash to Memorial, and that ref was having none of it.
It's quick 15. That's what'll get you.
personal foul against Central. So
Yep. Demoted to the children's table at dinner, probably.
he's going to be sitting in the little house later on, the way things are going. So we'll see. And now Memorial, look at this, into Central territory, and making things happen. 2:12 remaining in the ball game.
Watch the near side corner. Yep. Coming in on it.
Looking. Now he's throwing middle of the field.
That's
We got a
somebody
Memorial player
down.
down.
Yeah, I'm
It looks
sorry.
like he's going to go out of bounds. And
That didn't on the reception, but
I don't know. I can see how it happened. He saw a chance to take a lick at him, and 34 just crushed him for no reason, pretty much.
so
Enoch Bunsimbo. That'll
Hey.
definitely be a penalty.
add another 15 yards. So that's 2 straight plays where Memorial has been the benefit of getting 15 yards. Good job by Bencourt to go around his teammates, to use him still as a blocker, I guess, and was able to get out of bounds.
Blocker lying on the turf.
That's the play that you know why parents want to keep you in flag football as long as possible, because that was violent.
We'll see if they mark it after the play or if they where the penalty happens. It's actually going to be a holding call, but it's going to be declined. So it'll be first and 10 from inside the red zone, and Team Red trying to get into the end zone. 2:02 remaining.
Nothing on that personal foul?
Not barely. It's just a holding. Apparently, it's just.
I have a feeling if he didn't catch it and get all those yards after catch, the ref would have made up for it. But
well, here we go. McFarland's throwing it up.
Looking.
Got him.
Oh, he's out of bounds though.
He's got him.
He got him. Yep.
It's Vilgrain.
Ethan Vilgrain, who's had a pretty good day receiving.
And he had a chance to go and get in Owen Kelly's face and say, I'm good too, you know?
Don't forget about me, guys. 1:55 remaining. I love it. Let's see. I love it. See if Memorial goes for 2 or if they just go for the extra point. It looks like they are just going to go for the extra point. As
8-point conversion. Tie it.
Let's go, baby. Why not? Gio is back out there. Doria is... Oh, actually, no. He's going to be the holder. Looks like
Sebastian on the kick.
AJ Sebastian is going to be doing the kicking. Let's see what he can do here. Ball snapped. Up. And it is good.
That's how it's done.
So, finally, they get on the board. It's taken 46 minutes and 5 seconds. But Memorial only down a touchdown, and you know it's going to be an onside kick.
Yeah, this is going to get interesting.
Because after that, there are no timeouts remaining, and they got to try to get this ball back one last time.
See what I mean, though? When you have to put your chips in the pot, you have things happen that normally wouldn't because you're not making those play calls otherwise. So I love it. I love games like this, and now they're forced to do an onside kick where they wouldn't normally, and they could potentially get the ball back. Just tie it up. Otherwise, it's iced.
Right? If either way, this is going to be a very important play that decides the game, this onside kick.
Yeah, and you notice how all the hands team guys out there, you got low numbers on the line. You don't usually see that on a kick returns, but
yeah, let's look at some of these names. I'm seeing you got Jamin Jones. I'm seeing a Leighton Sargent.
Yeah, you got Ethan out there. You got
quick attempt, and he's going to handle the ball. It didn't even get the whole entire. But Owen Kelly able to get that with his hands, and that will do it.
He looks like a senior, huh? Like that was just a poised, scooping up. Not gonna, not gonna pull a Buckner. Just gonna take it and those are harder than they look, man.
The ball is definitely a awkward shape in the way that it bounces. It's unique for sure, but
so Andrew, you're good at math, right? What does the clock tell us? Is this iced?
Well, no timeouts. No timeouts. I would say so, unless really Central does something really stupid.
I think I'm expecting a couple kneel downs right here.
Yeah, well,
but you do have some wide receivers going out wide.
I think he's going to take the snap, run back, kill as much clock, and then
they're going to run it.
So
look at this. I was expecting a kneel down instead. Trying to gain some yards.
It doesn't seem like a big victory right there, but keeping them to 9 yards keeps the game alive. You see it all the time, a hustle play at the 1 yard line. Like, these little things extend games, and now Memorial will be sending the kitchen sink, all the fixins.
You just put every guy.
You might as well do kick block formation at this point.
Just trying to keep the line of scrimmage stopped, so
jump. You got to try to get a good jump here. You got to do whatever, get in the center's face, something.
2nd and 2, and
they trust that center shotgun relationship because
they're all going middle. Memorial trying to do anything they can.
It's surprising they're not all up there.
Preston is going to get the first down and more. He's still on his feet and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And 54 seconds remain in the Turkey Bowl 2022. And Central just guaranteed themselves another victory.
This is it for all these seniors now. Definitely got to give all my love to the guys on Memorial. Noah Wenchel, Dan Banker, Nate Davis, Patrick Burke, Matt Hodgkins, Josh Johannet, the big guys Mene, and Adam Jocks.
Appreciate all that you guys have done for your time in Crusaders.
Central's got a ton.
There's certainly a lot.
I mean, Liam Owen, Jacob Maloney, Ethan Holmes, Micah, Sam Abdullah, Caden Preston, Enoch Bensimbo, Ali Kareem, Brett Beddington.
Whitehead, right?
Yeah, Kari Whitehead, Max DeRocher, Johnny Pelrin, Jacob Wong, and they've got Kari listed twice on here. So
he's that good of a senior.
He's number 84 and 74.
Jacob Wong had a great game too at the corner. What do you guys think?
And now we'll do it.
Who's eating
Central
pie?
is celebrating over there. They have won the Turkey Bowl 2022. Congratulations to the Little Green. Their 6th consecutive Turkey Bowl victory here. And what a great game it's been.
But now the most important part. Who gets it?
Can you give it to a coach? Because he did coach a great game, I think.
For me, I'm going Caden Preston will be getting the Kyle Pie today. Congratulations. That touchdown secured the win for the Little Green, and I'll be happy to go give my pie to number 30.
I'll be giving my pie to Owen Kelly today. He had that interception, you saw the Memorial that drop a bunny. They're not easy. And senior poise in that catch he made on 4th down was huge. So he'll be getting the gravy boat today.
Andrew, you got hand warmers to give out. Who are you giving the hand warmers to?
I gotta go Preston. Preston's gonna get the pie and the hand warmers just because the way he played his game today was so good. I mean, we've seen him every time we're here. He just plays with poise, and he just runs the ball like it's his last time he's ever going to do it, with so much power getting through that line. And he got the touchdown to seal the game pretty much. Ran all over the field today, so he's definitely going to get it from me.
Well, he's 2 hands, so would you give the other one to QB?
Salvi, yep.
Yeah, Salvi had a great game. He's definitely a 3-star, one of the 3 stars, I would say.
I'm loving the love from both squads. I mean, Owen Kelly right there.
Yep. Now this is sad. This is the moment where you're happy, but then you
this is it. This is your career.
And it kind of gives me chills. I remember these moments. We won the state championship, and it was extra hard playing that Turkey Bowl because you can't do it. You can't be there with your buddies anymore, and it's awful.
The pads will be taken off for the last time for these seniors, and it's been a great ride for the football season of 2022 as we were able to see some great games this year, and this one was the most exciting, but the trophy's been given out. You can see the Central players celebrating, and I want to thank you guys for coming out on Fridays or Thursday mornings to do some football.
Let's go kick a field goal.
Let's go kick an extra point and see what we can do. So for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, my name is Kyle Eady for Manchester Public Television, for Andrew Arndt, for Michael Gonzalez, for Coach Tom Bazoy, for Peter White, for Aiden Kelly, for the Manchester Police stopping in for a moment there. It's been a wild time, and congratulations again to the Central Little Green, your 2022 Turkey Bowl champions. Congratulations. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you again with more sports here on Manchester Public Television. Take care and have a happy Thanksgiving.